What's up, guys? It's One Mega Man Fan. Welcome to some NGS. There we go. There we go. Hold on. So I'm working on getting it. All right. We're just trying to get the coin flip done here, guys, and then we'll get started right away. Alright, so we're going to go to lobby 1. We're going to do this quick coin flip and then we'll be good to go. What's up, gentlemen?
Hola. Are we doing coin flip?
Yep, we're going to do coin flip. So do one of you have a preference to who gets to call the coin flip?
I don't personally care that much.
Yeah, I'm a gentleman and a scholar, so it's up to him.
Okay. Well, how about this? I'm gonna flip once in the chat. If it's head, Glowkey, you get to pick heads or tails. Okay. If it's tails, you go the other way, and then we'll do the other one.
Okay.
It's heads. Okay, so you want heads or tails?
Who?
I was
me.
Yeah, you. Oh wait, I was heads.
Yeah, you're heads.
Oh damn it! God dang it. Okay, I'll go tails.
Tails. Okay. I'll do the second flip. It is tails.
This is unfair because it relied on luck, and I'm unlucky.
Oh yeah, that was it.
All right. So Glowkey, you guys get the first map ban. Where do you not want to play?
What map do we not want to play?
Yeah.
We're gonna ban Curse Hollow.
Okay.
We're gonna ban Tomb of Spider Queen.
Okay. And then for picks, you guys will get the map pick. So what would you like, Glowkey?
We'll take Volskaya.
And we will do Dragonshire.
And Dragon. Okay. Sorry, I'm just making my notes on my phone so we don't forget this.
No worries.
All right. So, so I will set up a lobby in game and invite you both, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, guys. So we're all set up there now. We gotta figure out a better way to do that. We'll work on it. Okay, it's work in progress. Let's see. So we're gonna have Volskaya as our first map here. It is gonna be picked up by the side of position 1. There we go. Alright, guys, so we're going to get these guys filled in here. And as soon as we get them all in here, we'll get rocking and rolling with game number 1. Should be a good one. I'm excited. And we'll have to, it'll probably take a minute because we got to position people and like figure out who goes where. But we'll get them all set up in here and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Should be a good set of games. So let's see. Who goes where? I don't know who goes where. So let's see. Swap. No, this swap team. He goes there. Swap team. He goes there. Swap team. Swap team. Am I? You guys gotta tell you who goes where. Hopefully they'll tell you who goes where. Figure out who goes where, and we'll get started here, guys. We good? Okay, they're good. We're good. Okay. Get the crown. Make sure we got the right people picking and banning, and then we'll get rocking and rolling. They're ready. They're good. All right, guys, we're jumping right in here into game number 1. Maybe. There we go. Why is that not showing? There we go. Alright, guys. First pick and ban are going to go over to the side of feed to 20. This is Division D. So we may see some weird stuff here, but we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. They're going to have first pick and ban. We'll see what they decide to take here. Lots of interesting options on this map. So I can see this going pretty much any which way. If I'm honest, I can see this going almost any way as far as what they end up deciding to pick and ban here. Let's see. And you guys are going to see a little extra just for a second because I forgot to post it. We'll see. Hanzo, solid choice. I like that. Alright. You guys see nothing? You guys see nothing. You see nothing, you know nothing. Hanzo, man, I like. Although he did literally just get nerfed. I think the patch went through today. I think it went through today because I had a problem with it. But anyway, he just got nerfed a little bit. So not sure how well it's all going to get handled here. Let's see. We got a ban here coming out from the side of position 1. I'm curious to see what they decide to ban here. I mean, my go-to... Okay, so they nerfed Phoenix. Phoenix just got nerfed. I'm not sure where he sits so far. Obviously, it's a very brand new nerf. Normally, my default would be you got to ban the Phoenix out. They're going to go ahead and ban it out just in case. Again, it's too early to know if he's going to be something that's like, oh no, we have to get rid of this every time or not. We're still in that middle stage where we're just not sure. So they want to play safe. That's okay. Totally understandable. First pick here. I'd like to see something strong. Maybe a good solo laner like a Sonya or something. Something that can hold its own in solo lane. You can look at supports. Go for a possible support choke on the second half with the bans. You got lots of options here. They are taking their time. Not sure what they want. Just a little bit there. They are not sure. Clearly, they're going deep into the sign pool.
Reckoning is at hand.
Tyrael. Okay, Tyrael did just get some buffs. Oh, okay. Is he... Hopefully he's back in. Alright. Alright, so I had a little bit of technical issues, but it looks like we're gonna be okay. So the Tyrael first pick. Honestly, it's an interesting one for me. You know, they did change him a little, but I don't feel like he gets a ton of value on this map. But it kind of shows they may be going for some sort of dive, like with Greymane or something, Illidan, something along that. The ETC Sonya on the other side, I really like. Having the ETC solid tank, great for getting people out to the point. Can kind of hold his own. Has some self-sustain built in. I like that. It's a solid choice here. And then the Sonya, one of the best solo laners in the game right now, if I'm honest. One of the best. Because you have that Sonya, whoever ends up in the solo lane is gonna be difficult. Like if you're like, oh, we're gonna leave Tyrael in our solo lane, yeah, that's not gonna happen anymore. You're gonna have to have something else in that lane. This 3-4 slot, I'd really like to see him take maybe like a DPS or a solo lane and a support. And they do take the support and they take a DPS that also works as a solo lane. Falstad, he is able to do both damage and solo lane. Not super strong by himself in the solo lane until he gets to 7 when he gets his wave clear. But until then, you know, it's gonna work. He can hold his own. That's what I'll say. Did get a little bit of buff. I played around with it earlier for one game. You guys can check out my VOD from earlier in the day and see that game. It was okay. Obviously, it's quick match, so the comps were kind of like, you know, it's quick match. So we'll see how he ends up placing overall. Alexstrasza not considered super powerful right now in the current meta, but she does have her dragon form she can go into, and really able to just get people off that point. And he needs to control the point here to be able to get the protector. Now, ban on the side of position 1. I'd like to see him get rid of a soul lane, because I don't think Falstad's going to be their soul lane. I think they're going to have something else there, or another tank. They're going to get rid of the Diablo. I think that's a solid choice. Just take something else off the board. I think I might have went with a Blaze over the Diablo personally, just because he has a little bit better soul lane capability, so you could actually have him in that 1v1 versus Sonya and he can hold his own. But Diablo works fine. On the side of feed to 20, I think I'd like to see them go ahead and pull out a ban for a support, and they do just that. They're going to ban out the Malfurion. Now we got the 3-4 pick here for the side of position 1. I'm not sure how they roll with this, if I'm honest. I'm not sure. They have a few options. They need a support still, but at this point, you know the other team's not going to take one, and you already have your soul lane. So I'd really like to see them prioritize their damage dealers they want to get, and leave that support for that last slot, unless they're concerned about something. I mean, if it was Tyrael, like Greymane Morales, then you got Juice Pirates. But it's all like Straza, so you don't have to worry about Juice Pirates. I think it's gonna be. It needs to be DPS here. That's what I'm gonna say. It needs to be a DPS here. Take both your DPSs. Leave that last spot open, unless you're really concerned about what they're taking for DPS. But I mean, so far they got to take some sort of front line to pair with the Tyrael. So some sort of melee or tank, and then another damage dealer is what you'd assume. The Genji Kael'thas, I like that pickup. Genji, great dive, able to finish. Sonya can go leap if he wants to kind of go in together. So you have that option. Kael'thas, great at just doing AoE damage, able to sit back pretty safely. Has the gravity lapse, so he has kind of some self protection as long as he can land that, get out of a sticky situation. So I like those pickups here. On the side of feeds of 20, they need to pair something with this Tyrael. Like the Tyrael by itself just, I don't know. I just feel like they have to have a tank. They have to choose a tank here. Something frontline. Because right now, if Tyrael is their only tank, I think they just get wrecked. Because they don't have any solid frontline. They're going to take Varian.
A great destiny.
Okay. And then they need, I gotta say, they need some side of damage.
I hear and obey.
Okay. Samuro. Interesting choice. You know, this is Division D, so we may see some more things that you wouldn't normally see in a super high level, competitive level. You got people rely a lot more on what they know, and you know, whoever player 5 is, because that's all this is player 5. I'm not sure who it is. They might be a God Samuro, and you know, also the other thing is that they can handle the split pressure. If they can split push well, and if position 1 can't handle that split push from Samuro, it'll end the game quickly. You know, if you're not watching those other lanes and it's just getting pushed up by Samuro over and over and over again, you're going to end up in trouble. As far as this last pick, it needs to be a support. I don't know why they're just not grabbing Sukov. I mean, if I'm honest, that's the best support in the game right now. Maybe you could look at Uther, since you know you don't have to worry about poison damage, so you could go Uther and take D-Shield for Genji.
Guide my path.
They're going to go Karazim. Okay, Karazim definitely can go in there with the Genji or the Sonya if she dives in. Wouldn't necessarily be my go-to immediately for support here with just looking at these comps, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I will believe in both of these teams because they both can win. Boom. I don't know why it counted down all the way when he picked the hero. Did anybody else notice that? It shouldn't have counted down. It should just went right to this match. Do, and start. Should have just done that. Alright, guys. Anyway. HOTS is bugged. What else is new? We're going to have the beautiful Portrait Synergy on the left-hand side for this side for feed to 20. Look at that Portrait Synergy. I don't know what it is. Is that Zeratul? I think? I'm honestly not sure what that portrait is, if I'm being honest. I don't recognize it. Is it a horse? Like, is it a mount or something? I'm not sure, honestly. I'm not sure what that portrait is. I had to check it out later. We'll see. Portrait synergy may be enough to win them the game. I mean, that's what I always say. Portrait synergy wins games. Portrait synergy, and you get the mount synergy on top of it. Boom. Win the game. Dread even said it was so. Can't argue with Dreadnought. Alright, guys. We are in the game. On the right-hand side, in the red, we are going to have position1.gg. And on the left in the blue, we're going to have feed to 20. Hopefully they don't feed all the way to 20, because that will make it a really rough game for them. Looks like both teams going for the typical straight down the middle 5v5. Or in this case, because there's a Muro, it could be a 5v7, because you get 2 clones. So that's quite possible here. Go ahead and pull up the talents for you guys so you guys see what's getting locked in here. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. ETC going with the Prog Rock to take the Regen Globes and get the extra health. I think over the block, that's probably a solid choice, especially considering Falstad did go with the Hammering build instead of the auto attack build. Kael'thas is going to go for that convection. I really like that choice against the Samuro. Super easy stack. Like right there, throw that convection. Boom. 6 stacks. That was 6 stacks on convection right there. If he keeps this up, he'll be stacked in no time, getting that extra damage. So I'm going to go ahead and split off to the bottom lane here. And we'll see what they end up deciding to do. Whether it's going to be like a 4-4-1 or how teams are going to play this out. No, not really too much. So just a few minions missed by Falstad. So I'm going to come back up to the middle. And we're going to see continuous poking here from the side of feed to 20. They're just going to push this lane up. They want this lane. And Kael'thas is going to town on his stacks. Let's see if he turns down just a little bit for you guys. There you go. You guys let me know if the volume's way off or not. I can't tell on my end. Sonya's still having fun down here. She's got to be careful she doesn't push up too far into that tower range. Top lane, we're going to see a lot of damage going out on the Samuro clones. But they're going to be okay there. Genji, not really what you think of when you see the soul lane here. So it'll be interesting to see what they end up doing. They really need to have this Kael'thas rotating, I think, between the lanes. He is at 14 stacks already. Make that 17. 3 stacks away. They're just feeding him stacks. That convection is going to be done in no time. I mean, we're what? We're a minute 55 in, and he's almost fully stacked. If he hits a good one right here, this could be. That's 2 more. 1 more, and he's got it. Lots of damage onto the ETC, but he should be able to get out of this just fine. Take a quick look back at the bottom lane here. You're gonna have Falstad just doing his best to hold his own, but Sonya really is gonna win this lane out overall. Level 4 is here for both teams. Looks like nothing out of the ordinary initially. Genji going full on into that dive build. There's the convection stacks at 2 minutes and 26 seconds. That might be a new record, folks. Yeah, they really needed to be rotating, especially with ECC needing globes. That would have helped a lot if they'd rotated as 4 up here. Not the end of the world. They did lose the tower. It didn't get a lot of pressure. So overall, we're going to see a slight lead here. About a half level lead from the side of feed to 20. Without feeding to 20. We're going to see the first objective spawn here in the middle. On the top right, we're going to see the camp actually picked up by Kael'thas, Genji, and Karazim. So that will have some free push there. And we'll see how this gets handled overall by the side of position 1. They need to get on this. They're going to go ahead and grab the turret before they move in. 30% so far. ETC with a beautiful power slide. The turret's down, doing damage. Unfortunately, it's hitting the clones off the bat. Lots of damage going out. Genji does dive in. Not able to get the pick off the dive, though, so he will not get that reset there. Going to poke onto the Falstad, and Falstad will fall there. That's going to be the first kill of the game. Position 1 taking that first kill and claiming the point here is going to start getting the channel in their favor. 74% for the side of feed to 20, but unfortunately here, it's whoever gets the full channel. That's it. Top lane is going to have to be responded to. We see the variant coming up with the Tyrael. Meanwhile, back in the middle, we're gonna see the camp they're just chilling here. The position was just chilling. They're like, you know what? We're gonna chill. We'll take the point. No big deal. Sonya split off to the bottom lane. Gonna go ahead and soak that up. Varian did go ahead and take taunt. Wanted to check on that real quick because he does get his ultimate, quote unquote, at level 4 now. We're gonna see the possible invade. They know Genji's top. Sonya has the quick rotation up with the conveyor belt. Taunt's gonna go down. Not gonna be enough to kill Karazim. Dragon form comes out from Alexstrasza. They're trying to push him out the point. ETC's trying to do his best to stay on. And Sonya's got to be very careful here. She's on the wrong side of the map for her team. You can see they have to re-engage here. They have to go back in. Nice flame strike over the wall. Going to get some nice damage. ETC with a beautiful power slide. The spear goes in on Falstad. He is going to be able to barrel away. Can they get the kill though? Poison damage will get to finish off there. And that's going to be the first kill, or second kill going over to position 1. We do see the counter kill on the ETC. It's overtime though. They do not want to give this up. We see another kill go out there onto the Samuro. The side of feed to 20 is just so low. Tyrion's going to blow up. They need to spread out. This may be Genji's death here. Genji will survive. Protector channel will go back over to the side of position 1. That was a 3-for-1 trade overall. Protector is picked up. And let's see what they do with it here. They got a few options. They can basically push any lane they want. Looks like they're going to go ahead and just start right in the middle lane. And go ahead and take down this tower here. Decide to go from there. And that's Sonya Karazim in there. And we're going to see damage going on as best as possible. ETC with a beautiful power slide. And the taunt going to come out, but they're not going to be able to do the damage to get the pick on him. He's going to slowly just walk away from that. Looks like they're just going to focus on these walls here. Kalpas is in the bottom lane against the Falstad. He does have better wave clear than Falstad on the overall. He's heavy poke. The hard part is Karazim is in there. The support's in there, so it's going to be tough. They can't really get the heal, so ETC has to be careful on the overall side of things. We got a couple towers there out of that. That bottom tower there in this top lane is extremely low. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Falstad have pushed up all the way to this gate by Kael'thas. Kael'thas looks like he's going back for some mana and health. And we see Sonya rotating in. Looks like she's going to go ahead and make sure they don't miss this XP here from this small wave. Genji did confirm the kill on the tower there. Might see a little bit of engage here. It's not going to be much. Samuro taking the camp on the left-hand side. And on the right, we're going to see Karazim working on position 1s. 10s are here for position 1. Looks like we're going to have Wrath, Palm, and also the Phoenix and X-Strike. ETC has not chosen his. I have to imagine it's going to be Mosh Pit, but I guess he's wanting to leave the option open. They do have the Falstad on the other side. But it's not a huge map, so it's not like it's going to be a tough, like, oh, it's Cursed Hollow and we don't have a global. Like, you know, that's not going to stress about that. Falstad went Hinterland's Blast, just insta-locked it, did not wait. Sank. I mean, I feel like this needs to be just an insta-lock onto the Mosh Pit now. It is going to be the Mosh Pit here. Tom's going to go out on the Karazim. He should be okay. ETC with a beautiful angle. It's going to get the Mosh Pit, though. He's not going to set it off there. Does the turret? Alexstrasza is going to have to pop her ult just to get out of there alive. I think that would have been a beautiful mosh pit on the 4 there. Surprised he didn't go for it. Samuro clone's getting work done. Distracting position 1. Sonya is double soaking between the middle and the bottom. So because of that, she's going to end up keeping her team ahead on XP. They're about a level lead so far. You may see a possible engage here. They're playing so... I mean, he has Mosh Pit. They're just clumping so much. They got to be careful here. I mean, Gloki on the ETC, like literally, he's had like 3 or 4 spots where he could just mosh. Like just press the button. They're all surrounding him. Press the button and Mosh Pit. And you know it's going to connect. Sonya may be in trouble here. It is 4 in the bottom lane. The 3 of them are taking the camp currently. Looks like she's going to play a little bit further back now, not worried about soaking that wave as hard, and just play a little bit safer. Meanwhile, we're going to have the Protector up top and the Healing Pulse picked up from the side of position 1. Good rotation from them so far, making sure to get those camps, keep that pressure up on the map. Falstad and Sonya staying in the bottom. Falstad can fly up after clearing this wave, so that will give a slight advantage to them. Falstad flying up right now, going to beat the Sonya up. ETC taking some damage. Here comes the power slide. The Mosh Pit is going to connect onto 2. X-Strike comes in, gets the double kill. Falstad and Alexstrasza both fall. Tyrell tried his best, but the Sanctification was just not in position to save his team. Tyrell extremely low, took some damage from the Poison Spear. He should be able to make it out okay. And that is going to be 2-for-0 trade here. They're going to be very careful on those clumps. They keep grouping up there, and they're just giving ETC these beautiful power slides and mosh pits. They're trying to do some damage to Sonya here. She's getting poked down pretty heavy, but she should be okay. Nice power slide again. Ghost is going to get revealed by the fire from Kael'thas, and he will fall as well. It's going to be another kill going over to the side of position 1. They now have level 13. They still have the healing pulse available to them, and well for most of the team. Looks like Sonya's going to go ahead and rotate into the middle lane here. No, she's going to come back up. I mean, you know, Feeds of 20 has to soak. They have to soak right now. They need the 13s. ETC is going to hop in, and we're going to see Kael'thas hop in behind him. Kael'thas is a little riskier one to have in there, so they got to be sure to be careful when this thing pops, that they have someone there to help get him out of the situation if they are surrounded. They're going to go straight for the fort up here in the top lane. Tom's going to go out onto the Sonya. Not really going to do anything there, though. They just don't quite have the damage right now because Falstad's in the middle lane trying to push, get some XP and some soak. Hobbs taking a lot of damage. Gonna have to pop the ultimate just to stay alive. Samuro pops his ultimate. Palm gonna be timed out perfectly. Gonna go ahead and get the save onto Kael'thas. X-Strike gonna come in, kills a clone, but does not confirm the kill on anyone. Genji trying to get the pick on Ghost, not able to. Taunt's gonna come in. They're gonna try to pick up Genji here. He should be okay though with the Tyrael there, or with the ETC there. They're gonna get the kill on Tyrael, and Healing Pulse is still available if they'd like to pop it. Falstad, you're in a bad spot, my friend. You do not have Mighty Gust. He gets lucky. The spear and the gravity lapse miss, but he gets body blocked in and is going to just succumb. And that has 16 HP on it. 16 HP. I mean, he should have just committed at that point. Like, okay, they're coming. I guess I should just make sure I get this down. It's not going to take much to get it. They know they're trying to get this camp. Looks like they're going to have a little evade. It is going to be a 3v4. Tom's going to go out onto ETC. He should be okay. He does have Mosh Pit back up, I believe, so he can go in on this if he wants. So you're going to go in with a nice Holy Ground. Palm is going to get popped. Sanctification is going to come out. Tom's going to come out on to the Kerosene. He will fall. And camp, I think the camp got picked up. I'm not sure. No, it did not get picked up. Interesting. I know he had to have Mosh Pit on cooldown. I'm surprised he didn't activate it there. They've got to fix these bugged alts because you can't tell when that people have cooldowns or not. Quest completed for Alexstrasza. Quick look here at the talents so far for anyone curious. Looks like fairly standard builds as far as I can tell for everyone. Although I'm not familiar with Alexstrasza or Varian, so I can't comment too much on that one. Looks like teams are just going to soak it out now. I mean, the 16 advantage is there for position 1. I really think they need to look for some kills here. They have the talent advantage and level advantage. They obviously are able to get kills. ETC definitely has Mosh Pit off cooldown at this point. I don't see any reason not to go for some kills here. Rotate hard mid or something. They're going to go for the Falstad. Falstad is going to go ahead and use his barrel roll to try to get out of this, but Genji, Kerosene, we're going to hunt him down and get the kill. Meanwhile, in the middle, they're trying to get this. They did not get this. ETC, the beautiful power slide. Trying to single out Hobbs here. They're going to take a lot of damage in return for that. Tom's going to go out. Palm will connect just in time. That's going to save the ETC. Sonya does fall, though. And it looks like they're going to go... It looks like they were thinking about going for the healing pulse. Decides instead to go ahead and go to the bottom. They need to be careful because Falstad can fly in here. On the plus side, though, top lane does need help. It's getting pushed up by the camp. They cannot just let it sit there. If Falstad comes down here, at some point, somebody from the side of Feed the 20 is going to have to come back and take care of that camp up in the top lane. Because it's outside of tower range. The turret was placed on the conveyor belt, so it's going to grant them some vision as it goes around the conveyor belt. Unfortunately, kind of tough to do much with it. Sonya's back. Falstad's dealing with the top. ETC is going to go ahead and move in here. Tom's going to come out. He does have Mosh Pit available. They do have to watch the clumping here. There's going to be the Mosh Pit on the conveyor belt. Going to catch the Alexstrasza, and she will fall. Not much Falstad can do because there's no Mighty Gust. There comes the Hinterland's Blast. Going to go for the kill, but not going to connect with anything. ETC will finally fall, but we're going to see the counter kill on the Alexstrasza and the Variant. This is a 2-for-1 trade so far. Genji doing his best. Going to X-Strike. Not able to get the pick off there. They do get another kill. They get another kill? Looks like Falstad did fall. Samuro gonna pop the Blade Storm. Will fall. That's gonna be a 5-for-1 trade, it looks like. And the point is gonna go over to the side of position 1. Now, they do have quite a bit of time on this. Respawn timers are a little long, about 30 seconds, but not... I don't know, it's not too long. I think they might be okay. Top lane, thankfully, this was cleaned up a little bit by Falstad. Otherwise, they would have major issues here. I see Kael'thas go ahead and work on pushing up this middle lane. Just trying to prep their waves up, get as much value as possible from each of these lanes with the pushing power of the minions. Gonna see the team come down here as 5. Tyrael and Samuro just came back up, so this is a 3v2 right now. Although Karazim and ETC not far away. Tom's gonna go in on the Genji, not the best target overall. ETC should have a nice power slide here if he wants it. He's gonna get the power slide on too. Alexstrasza's gonna pop the ultimate here to try to help keep her team alive and do some damage. Protection gonna come out from the Variant to keep him up. Hinterland's Blast gonna come out. Not gonna be enough to get a kill though, and he will fall. Genji trying to survive, but will fall to Samuro there. Meanwhile, we have Sonya and Varian just going at each other over and over again. Sonya is going to get the palm, but it's not going to proc. She was whirlwinding out of things. They definitely don't want to get this up. Neither team can walk away from this because that will give the other team the advantage. We're going to see Mosh Pit come out, going to connect with 2. They're going to get the kill on Varian and Alexstrasza here. It's just Tyrael and Samuro. Tyrael should fall because of the conveyor belt. Yeah, Tyrael falls. That's going to be the protector over to them. And Samuro's going to go ahead and Hearth and try his best to defend from this alone. Falls will be up in about 6 seconds or so. Let's see what they decide to do with this. Looks like they may be going up for this middle fort. Yeah, looks like they're going to go ahead and go for the middle fort. Kerosene going to work on this bottom lane a little bit. I wish he would stay and go ahead and clean up these minions. I think they'd get enough value from it. Especially considering they have some time before the enemy team is back up in full power. Gonna go ahead and see the protector come over to the side here, start working on this. It is gonna go ahead and take out the first tower that was brought fairly low by that camp that was pushing up here in the top lane earlier. Second tower gonna go down without a problem. Falls taking a lot of damage there. Needs to be careful. They cannot stay too long in here. They do not want to fight it in this fort. They have to make sure they back out in time. Protector doing some major damage, though, to the side of Feed the 20. Sonya in the back line. This is going to pop in a second, and ETC does have power slide up. They're trying to get Kael'thas out. Unfortunately, Kael'thas does not make it out alive. They were just a little too deep there. That's going to be 1 kill. Can they confirm a second kill here? Hinterlands is going to go out, but not going to get enough damage out to get the kill. Looks like 20s are here and locked in. ETC, looks like he took Blink. He did take Bolt. He took Bolt, which is an interesting choice. It's not something you normally talent into. Normally you want to go with the Death Mosh or the Tour Bus, one of the two. As far as the other 20s, I feel like they're fairly standard for the most part. Tyrael just a little short on the sword, not able to pick that up. That still only has 16 HP, guys. 16 health. Samuro's going to go ahead and pick it up there finally. They were just saving that XP. ECC's got a nice flank here. Can he get a power slide and a possible mosh pit if he has it off cooldown? He gets the power slide, going to connect, but not able to do much with it. Taunt's going to come out. Here comes the sanctification fairly early. They're going to walk away from that. Meanwhile, Sonya's doing work on to Alex Straza in the backline here. I'm pretty sure I just heard Palm, but I don't think it connected with anyone. So a few ults traded there. Hard to tell what was and what wasn't because, again, the timer's about... you know what might do it? Nope. Still bugged. Not going to tell me. One day they'll fix it, guys. One day. I'm looking for some push here. They still have the 20 advantage. They really should push this advantage while they have it. Like, they know Tyrael's top, cleaning the camp. They just need to push right down here. You know those are clones. Just ignore it. Possibly go for a camp invade here. Tyrael does have the holy ground. So he does have the option to jump in here. He's going to pop in and make sure they confirm that. And lots of damage on ETC. Gonna blink away. Palm gonna come out. And it's going to overlap with the damage from Falstad. And Monk trying to get away. Monkey's going to get out of this with 100 HP. ETC, oh, the beautiful mosh pit connects onto all five. They're going to do as much damage as they can. X-Strike comes out. Genji dives in. That's going to be a 5-man wipe off that mosh pit. And nothing confirmed from the Tyrael. That's going to be a 5-for-0 trade. And they can end the game here if they want. They can definitely take the fort down. They can take the second fort. If they want to be safe, they can send like Kerosene or something to go make sure they get this. But yeah, they can just go in on this. This is 30 seconds. It's 20 minutes in. This is an easy core, especially with the Sonya. We lost Alex Straza, but I don't think we need a pause at this point because it's not going to matter at this point. And guys, that's going to be game number 1. Going over to the side of position 1. Taking it with a commanding. I mean, I would say commanding. That was impressive. That was impressive. I was impressed. They played well. They got a lot of kills. It did not help the grouping from the side of Feed to 20. They just grouped way too often. Honestly, ETC could have got a lot more value. He had like probably another 3 or 4 mosh pits. I think he could have got off. But you know, they got value on it, especially that last one with the 5-man wipe. That was a great mosh pit there. Quick look at talents, etc. for you guys in case you are curious. And then we'll pop back over here. Let's get the other lobby ready for the next game. That game is going to be on Dragonshire. Make sure we get the right people in here. All right. All right, guys. So we're just getting everybody in the lobby here, and then we'll get started with that game number 2. Great game from the teams, though. Very impressed. Both teams did a great job overall. Besides the clumping, I mean, if it wasn't for that, every time they got a variant taunt, they tried to get some damage value off of it. Which can be tough to do sometimes. So I appreciate that they were able to do that. Feed to 20, they tried their best to make sure they got value off of every single taunt. Unfortunately, that last one they were a little too close together to get that value, and ETC took advantage of that, which is something you have to be wary of. I think Mighty Guess was the play there. I'm not sure if you really want to go with the Hinterlands Blast, especially knowing the ETC is on the other side. Redneck, okay. All right, so we get the readies here, and then we'll get jumped into game number 2. They just need just a minute, guys, and we'll get right back in to the game. Unfortunately, I think Varian's kicking himself just a little bit on that taunt there. But that Genji got so much value off of that. I mean, that was just like dashed in. He was at like the right length to get, because he had the extra damage at the end of his dash. So you get the extra damage on almost everyone there because of where he ended up, like just on the back side of him. And then he X-striked, and they were so clumped. I think everyone got hit by that X-strike. So yeah, it's just so much burst damage there. Just boom, and they're gone. I mean, that can happen. That one's going for highlights though. I'm sending that one in for highlights later. Somebody go back and clip that if you can. Otherwise, I'll go clip it later and we'll get it into the highlights. That was a good one. And for any of you watching, thank you for joining me as always. I'm waiting for the ready from one more team here, and as soon as I have that, as soon as I have that ready from then, we will get rocking and rolling. Good game so far. Always enjoy a solid game. And Dragonshire, I'm curious to see how this goes. Wait, ready? Wait, Zach is there. Never mind. We'll get you. All right, I think they're sure. I'm just gonna make sure here. Okay, we're gonna start then. All right, guys. Game number 2. Dragonshire. NGS feed to 20 versus position 1.gg. Position 1 coming out ahead with the 1-0 so far. Game number 2. Map selected by, who picked this map? Map was picked by Feed to 20, so they chose this map. So hopefully they have some great plans for it. We'll see what they decide to end up doing here. First pick and ban are going to go over to the side of position 1. Be interesting to see what they decide to get rid of here. You know, last game they did ban out the Phoenix, but obviously they were second pick. They didn't want to risk it. The Varian, I mean, this will say Varian did get value. He did get lots of taunts in. So I think that's a solid choice from them. Something you really don't want to deal with on this map. Varian can be frustrating to play against, obviously. So because of that, I totally understand why you go ahead and drop the Varian off of a possibility here. As far as the ban for the side of Feed to 20, again, like I said in game number 1, with the changes to Phoenix, I'm just not sure where he sits, and I think most teams are just going to go with the I'm going to be safe and ban him still. And it looks like we're going to see a repeat. Yeah, they're just going to, again, just like position 1, game 1, they're just going to be like, you know, we're going to be safe, take him off the board. We're not sure how he plays yet, especially with the changes just coming in so recently. Let's not risk it. So I think that's a solid choice by them. We're going to see the first pick over here to the side of position 1. I think this just is an insta-lock ETC after last game. Like, just lock it in. You did great with it. Why not take it? You got value. I mean, value is always good. Who doesn't want value? I just insta-locked that personally. I think that's the way to go on this one. See what they decide to do here. They're going to go ahead and take the Hanzo. Interesting choice. Now, obviously, Hanzo did just get some slight nerfs to his ability to take camps and a little bit to his mobility. And those are two things that he was picked up for. Is he can take camps really well. He's got some mobility. So having those nerfs in, we'll see how it plays out for the side of position 1. Diablo picked up on the other side for Feed to 20. I love Diablo right now, and Mathael, I like it. Diablo, there's some nice tight points in here where you can get some value off the charge into the wall to get that stun. And then Mathael is always, that percentage damage is always great against a heavy front line. But now the option for Feed 20 is just not going to super heavy front line. Don't go into those super high health heroes. Don't double tank. And you'll be all right there. For the side of position 1, I'd like to see them grab a support here. And probably a tank or soul lane. I think if they want the ETC, they need to take the ETC here. Like, I would say this needs to be like, oh, we want an ETC. Okay, we're going to take ETC and we're going to take X. I'd say support. Maybe look at, the kerosene did some work, but I felt like they had a few times where it was just a close call health-wise. Almost like he couldn't quite keep them up entirely. They may want to look at something like a Stukov or Rhaegar here. Malfurion to get a slight nerf. They're going to take the Stukov and the ETC. And again, I like that choice. Strong tank already. They play well with them. They know there's a chance the other team's going to ban him out in this phase if they don't take him here. And then the Stukov, one of the best healers in the game right now. Why not risk? Why risk it? You know, he's got some damage. He's got the silence, which also works as some wave clear for him if he needs to clear the wave. He also has 2 ultimates that are great at removing enemies from the area. You either got the shove and just to get rid of one, or you get the swipes to push the whole team back. I like that option, especially if it's like an ETC mosh pit and he can swipe the enemy team away. That could be great. The Genji Baron, okay. I like the Genji Baron, although it seems like a little bit of an odd one considering the Hanzo's already there, but it does dive well. He does have that dive option, but he's not going to have quite the protection that he did in that last game. Gonna see the Kerosene actually picked up from the side of Feed to 20. They're like, you know what? You shut off your Kerosene. We're going to show you ours. And they're going to take the Falstead against taking another global. Falstead does get some value on this map on the overall. Honestly, I kind of hope he doesn't go into the hammering build. I kind of hope he goes into the auto attack build. Maybe even going with the new bribe talent, which gets a cooldown decrease on the lightning rod and just go full on lightning rod. That's a possibility too. Usually I take the lightning rod, especially if like Tracer or Genji, something that's going to stay on me tight is going to be in the game. But having the wingman with the bribe option could be good here. As far as the 4-5 slot here for position 1, they need a solo lane, and then they also need some more DPS of some sort. I think you don't really want to Arthas in the Mathael. That's a tough one. Normally I'd say Arthas. He's great in the solo lane. He's beefy, so holds the front line. Just doesn't do well against Mathael. Maybe a Blaze? Oh, called it. And the Greymane. Greymane great for taking camps. Able to kind of go in with that ETC on the power side or with a Blaze on a dive in with a charge and stun. Gonna pair nice together. This last spot, I feel like it needs to be something frontliney. I don't think Diablo's going to be enough frontline for them. Because Mathael's not going to do... Mathael's just more of a distraction. That's what I think it's Mathael. It's like, I'm going to dive in, and you're either going to pay attention to me and kill me, or you're going to ignore me, and you all take a ton of damage and maybe die. We're going to see the Jaina picked up here to get some burst damage on the side of Feed to 20. This could be a good option here for them. Having the Jaina just to kind of burst stuff down. I'm going to assume Falstead's going full auto attack build then this game. It's definitely bugged. The timer is still running. You guys can't see it, but it's doing the regular timer. Does it always do that? I'm not sure. I'm going to pay attention. Next time I have a rank game, I'm going to pay attention to see if it does that or not. Alright, guys. We're jumping in here. Game number 2. This is going to be Feed to 20 versus Position1.gg. Again, the Portrait Synergy. I don't know what that portrait is on the side of Feed to 20. I'm not sure. Waiting on Diablo to get in here. And we'll get rocking and rolling. Hopefully no DCs or anything this game. Alright, guys. On the right, in the red, we are going to have Position1.gg up 1 game to 0 against their opponents who are in the blue. Feed to 20. Looking to come back here and go ahead and get that win. Make this a nice even 1-1. We're going to go ahead and show the talents here that people decide to choose. It looks like we're going to see it again, the 5v5 mid. Looks like fairly standard talents overall for everyone to this point. I don't play enough Mathos, so I'm not sure if either Reaper's normal. Jaina's not selected, neither has Blaze or Greymane.
Let the battle begin.
Staging. This is going to be staged, guys. This may be a stage dive game, guys. Maybe. Blaze going to go ahead and lock in his. Greymane going to go ahead and with the War Gun form talent. I think I like that one. Falstick going again with the Hammering build. I'm not sure about that one. Jaina going to go ahead with the Globe talent for the extra mana. Spray's going down like crazy. Jaina go ahead and drop a Blizzard to clear that wave extremely fast. And this is something that may be an issue for the side of position 1. This wave clear from Jaina is going to be tough for them to counteract here. Jaina definitely needs to be in this 4-man rotation. She does need to get those globes stacked, and the 4-man rotation can help her get that done quickly. Plus, she has some great wave clear. Blaze gonna rotate down just to try to help clear this out a little bit. Set some fires to the ground. Not gonna get a ton of value. Top lane, I feel like he needs to just keep this competitiveness with the Mathael. He just needs to force staying up here as much as possible. Bottom lane, we see a lot of a push here from the side of feed to 20. We see the Greymane go ahead and work on this camp here. Jaina on the other side gonna go ahead and grab their siege camp as well. Greymane obviously a little bit quicker on doing those camps.
Activate the shrines, and the dragon's power is yours.
Shrines are up. We will see how teams decide to handle this. Looks like Greymane and Stukov are going to go ahead and go for the night camp up here. See if they can get some additional value from this time for the first Dragon Knight. First Dragon Knight not as strong, so if they do end up giving this up, it will not be the end of the world. But Hanzo should be able to poke down this middle section just to kind of keep anyone from grabbing it. Jaina with a nice Blizzard to cut off Hanzo. He's going to leap over the wall. Looks like, oh, the minions there stopping Falstead. Maybe could have got a cocktail there, maybe, but it would have taken a little bit of work. That's fine. It's a 2-minute, 20-second Dragon Knight. Not going to get a ton of value, especially with that Knight Camp pushing up in the top lane. Going to see the push in the bottom lane here with these Siege Giants. This is definitely a good call for the side of feed to 20. Having the Siege Giants do some extra damage from the back, definitely going to help because they're not going to be the focus. They're going to basically get their damage out for free. Let's see a nice flip and then a kick on to the Greymane, back up to the middle lane. No Hanzo here to help defend. This is definitely going to be tough. If they're not careful, this could be a keep here.
Red team draws first blood.
Jaina is going to fall in the middle lane. But, I mean, if I'm being honest, at this point, it's like, this fort, I mean, there's not time on it. That's the problem. If there's more time on it, that fort's gone for sure. They got a whole wall bottom and the well. I think that's plenty of value here. Usually don't get that much value. So I definitely would say that's a good trade for them. Top lane, we're going to see the Blaze versus the Mathael continue in the internal struggle because they both have self-sustain. Looks like Mathael's going to go ahead and Hearth back. Blaze is going to play it kind of safe here, not want to step up too far in case of ganks. Middle lane, we're going to see the push in as 4 here. Go for this other tower. ATC coming around the backside. Going to have a nice spot for power slide if he wants it. That would put him kind of deep here. Looks like he's going to go ahead and just power slide away. Greymane is going to be working on the Night Camp down in the bottom here. Needs to be careful if they rotate on him. He will not be able to get out of that alone. Looks like Stukov going to be able to just keep Diablo and Monk here. Just show a little bit. If they see him on the fire, it's not going to matter. They get it picked up. So position 1, great job on taking these camps. Trying to keep the pressure on the map here. Looks like Jaina and Falstead are going to go ahead and take this camp here. Mathael may join them. Yeah, Mathael's going to go ahead and join them. Actually, he's going to back off. Just a little poke. I'm going to poke this little for you guys. Then I'm going to back off here. Blaze did a great job avoiding getting marked. That was Weird. Not sure if that was intended or not. That almost seems like a mispressed key.
The shrines awaken
Middle lane,
once
we're gonna
more.
see
Who
the
will control
the three man
dragon?
here versus the three man. It's not gonna. It's just poking back and forth. Unfortunately, Dragonshire is kind of a slow map in the early game because before you have tens, it's just like we're gonna poke. We might fight some. We're gonna see the engage though on the Mathael and the kill. It's gonna be a second kill going over to position 1. This will give Blaze some time to clean up this camp in the top. Meanwhile, in the middle, we're still going to see the three man. They feel like they're going to have to rotate down here. They can't give this one away for free again. XP wise, they're very close, so that's good for them. We're going to see the Greymane get flipped and shoved into the wall. He will make it out okay. Blaze going to go ahead and cap the top shrine, which should buy them a little bit of time here. Itzy gets a beautiful power slide onto 2. Stukov going to get the silence onto the Diablo and cut off that choke point there. The problem is they just don't have the range damage down here. We're going to see Hanzo kind of rotate down. Teams are about even on XP. You see Matthew going to take up the top point here. And if they're not careful, this is going to get taken again by the side of Feed to 20. They're not doing a great job on controlling these points here. False are going to try to get the channel. Blaze will get the stall on it here. Bottom lane, we're going to see the fight continue here. Jaina did have to back off just due to damage, and they should get the cancel on the channel. Diablo almost falls here. They will manage to push them off and get the channel here. No one will die. 10s are almost here for both teams. Looks like a slight advantage to Feed to 20. They're going to rotate here into the middle as a 4-man. Look for a possible gank or something here. 10s end up being picked up almost evenly. Looking at the talents here. Another Hinterland's Blast from Falstad. Again, odd choice to me. They are going to have the APOC, though, to combo with and the Ring of Frost. Mathael has not chosen his talent yet. Neither has the Greymane or the ETC. Let's go ahead and go in on this bottom one. Stukov going to get a nice silence on 3 on the back. APOC going to come out, get the stun on the 2. Ring of Frost can come down, connect with Stukov and ETC, and they will blow up the ETC. Hinterland's going to hit 2. Not going to be enough to pick up the kill there, but we'll get some nice cooldown reduction on that. Mosh Pit was picked up here as well as Go for the Throat. Mathael still doesn't pick the talent. I'm not sure what he's waiting. I mean, Tormented Souls could get a lot of value here, but so could Last Rites. I feel like you go Last Rites and just try to get the pick off on the kills. I feel like that's what you just go for. Dragon Knight kind of push up in the middle here. Hanzo has finally completed his quest. Looks like we're going to have the 5v5 mid here. Falstad in the Dragon Knight. Mathael looks like he did go ahead and... What is that? Is that the Tormented Souls? Yeah, he did go with the Tormented Souls, so he will be able to dive in, get some damage out on the enemy team. You can see the beautiful power slide. Did not mosh pit, which is good because you can't CC vehicles anymore, so that would have just gotten taken out by the Dragon Knight. Looks like after that fort, they're going to rotate to the bottom lane here and try to go ahead and push down this fort as well. Get about 18 seconds or so on the DK. Looks like they are going to go ahead and take out this fort as well. It's going to be 2 forts off this Dragon Knight. That's a lot of value here for them. Silence going to go down. Blaze going to try to charge in, but the kick from the Dragon Knight going to go ahead and get him out of there. Ray of Frost going to go down, not connect with anyone. A beautiful mosh pit on the 5-min again. The Hanzo area to follow up to keep the stun in there. Just a little too early though. They get the kill onto the false set and onto the Jane there. They're going to try to go for more. Torment still comes down. Bunker comes out as a counter to that. It helps keep the team alive. Blaze with the beautiful charge is going to be able to get the stun onto the Mathael. Get the kill from the creepy arm from Stukov. And that's going to be a 3-for-0 trade there off of that beautiful mosh pit from the side of position 1. All I can say is day 15, you're getting some highlights, man. That's 2 5-man mosh pits, 1 per game. That's just great there. Blaze going to do a great job zoning off Hobbs here in this bush, and they're going to go ahead and just steal this camp away. Blaze may go ahead and... Blaze is on him, so who's on ETC? I'm confused. Glowkey, never mind. Credit goes to Glowkey. Glowkey's getting the value on the mosh pits. I think he played ECC last game as well. Day 15 though, you're getting some value on that plays. I'm still happy with you. That was a great bunker. It was a good bunker. Ring of Frost was just a little off, unfortunately. Nightcap gonna get picked up here for the side of Feed to 20. Looks like Greymane's gonna go ahead and start the camp, maybe? Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and start the camp on the side of position 1. Just get that going here. Again, the never-ending solo lane battle with 2 heroes with self-sustain. Day 15 does need a little mana still. I'd like to see somebody kind of help him out, cover that lane, give him mana. Greymane gonna finish up this Night Camp here. Bottom Night Camp gonna go ahead and get picked up here by the side of position 1 as well. They have to know they're down here. I mean, they do now for sure, but if they didn't, they do now. Jaina super far out by herself. Hanzo is going to miss his 1 arrow. Palm will come out and connect. Going to see a nice hit onto 2 from the Hinterland's Blast. Not going to be enough, though, to get the kill. Bottom point is going to get picked up here. Loki in a nice position for another beautiful power slide. Going to connect with 2. Not going to be enough to do much damage. Going to see the flip out of the Ring of the Blizzard, but the Ring of Frost will get the kill onto the ETC. They're going to see the kill on the Stukov as well. It's going to be 2-for-0 trade there. Blaze going to try his best to hold his own, but Fawcett is going to go fly up to the top, it looks like. He's going to fly up to the middle, try to get the channel here. Greymane is going to just barely miss it. Cocktail just does not connect there. Greymane going to get punted up to the middle. Blaze having a little bit of an issue against this Mathael as well currently. DK going to push down the middle here, see if they can go and get these towers. This wall will give them a nice XP boost. Should push them up to 16 with both these towers. And then they can look for the keep. Feed to 20 showing they have lots of life left in them even after that loss last game. You see the nice flip and then the charge. Power slide onto 2. ETC's looking for a mosh pit there. Has to be careful though with that DK there. It can be an issue trying to mosh because DK just punch you out of that thing. Unless he's affected by it still. But last time I checked, they pulled all the CC from them. I'm going to double check that later. Last time I checked, all CC no longer affects vehicles. So you can't mosh pit a Dragon Knight anymore. But the animation was cool, so maybe they kept it. I'm just going to go ahead and rotate up to this top 4. Taking this well, even if it's just a well, is plenty of value for them. By removing this well, it's going to make this soul lane so much harder for Blaze here. They're going to take the fort as well. Just make that lane, open it up here. The whole map is opened up for the side of Feed to 20. They kind of have whatever they want, you know? Like they want to just push the lane, they can push the lane. It looks like they're going to rotate down to the bottom here. I'd love to see them try to take some picks here. Gonna go hard on the ETC. Jaina's looking for a Ring of Frost. You can see she's really far up here. Obviously, this is not a fight they can take quite yet. The whole team isn't here. Blaze is coming down with the Greymane. Knights are gonna, or Siege Giants are gonna get stolen. Should be easy to clean up here. Falstead has now shown, so they know they're not pushing with this. They're gonna be able to clean this up over here. On the left, we're gonna see the Siege Giants picked up easily by Jaina and Diablo. Now the question is does Feed 20 push with the siege camp here or go for a party bush? Looks like they're looking for the party bush here. Hanzo, they're going to spot it out with a beautiful, beautiful arrow for the vision. And Falstad is just a flying beacon for a couple seconds. Position 1, positioning, well, carefully to be honest. They don't want to risk a death here. They are going to have to clean up these siege giants. ECC trying to keep mid cleaned up. Top lane being pushed up by Blaze and Greymane. They are going to take the towers here. They need to be careful, though, of the possible rotation. Looks like they're going to go ahead and back out of this. Got some value, got some XP. Slowly trying to catch up to Feed the 20 on the XP race. Looks like a possible invade here. They don't know they're here. They're going to bush party this. If Mathael comes straight down, this is a kill. Oh, no, Mathael. You picked the wrong bush, my friend. Mathael gets blown up from the bush party. Night camp taken, and Siege Giants are still pushing bottom. Those were never cleaned up. They're going to have to clean those up. That's a problem for them. Looks like they're going to have Blaze and Greymane try to deal with top. ETC's going to go bottom by himself. He doesn't really want to do this, so this is going to be a 3v1. Not something you want to try to hang out and do very, very long. Hanzo going to go ahead and work on taking out these Siege Giants. see the charge onto the ECC. We're gonna see the Ring of Frost. No, Ring of Frost not gonna follow up. A beautiful shove from Stukov just to get Jaina out of there. Is this still a 4v5 on the overall for the team? Looks like Blazing Greymane gonna keep pushing up this top lane. Keep trying to get some XP to slowly catch up here. Greymane's actually gonna dive in on the 4 here while the minions tank the tower shot. False Stance is gonna fly and they will notice that on the ground, so they're gonna be able to back off in time. Mathael does come up to help out Falstad. It's going to be the 2v2 in the top. ATC going to chill out in the bottom, and middle lane is going to be the Hanzo and the Stukov. Top lane, we have a little bit of a fight here. They're trying to get the kill onto the Falstad here. Go for the throw. You don't want to activate. Not quite low enough yet. See, Stukov going to rotate up here. ETC is going to go ahead and try to get the bottom channel here. Looks like they're going to back off here on the top lane, not risk any death. ETC will go ahead and get that bottom channel. Ghost is chilling in the bush here. Needs to be careful if he sees the rotation that way. Not somewhere you're going to want to sit. Night Camp will get picked up here. That's going to go ahead and get some extra pressure into this top lane for them. Diablo going to spot it over the wall with the fire. Gets the shove over, but not able to cap the camp. Going to go in. Ring of Frost going to go down. Connect with Greymane. He cannot get in the bunker. He's just a little too far away. He will get blown up almost instantly. Blaze is in the bunker, trying to buy some time. ETC, the beautiful power slide. Mosh pit onto the 3 there. They're going to try to get a kill here. Hinselin's going to come out. Not going to kill anyone. They do get the palm onto the Jaina, so she will survive. Mathael did fall. Silence going to come down. Basically block off that entire area. We do see Blaze fall. Hanzo are going to come out, get the stun. They're trying desperately to get another kill here. And can they get him? They do get the Diablo kill. It's going to reset his souls. It's going to lower his health pool greatly. It's going to buy some time for him. They still will have the 3v3. Looks like Hanzo going to go ahead and rotate top. Try to grab that. Meanwhile, Kerosene going to go bottom and grab this one. Support versus support. This one would be an interesting one. Stukov going to go ahead and drop the silence down. We're going to see just... I think both teams are just going to wait. Both teams need to have either advantage or 5 to fight. There's a small advantage with the Greymane right now being up, but Mathael just spawned as well. So it's like it's about even, if I'm honest. ETC going to go ahead and try to cap this bottom one. Beautiful silence from Stukov. Going to go ahead and save him from that. You're going to see the Mathael rotating up to the top lane to try to cap this. Jaina's going middle. She may be able to actually grab this Dragon Knight. Nobody's watching it. Blaze is going to go ahead and rotate. He should be able to get the stall here on the Jaina. It's a nice stun. Stukov with the shove in the wall. Can they get the kill on the Jaina is the question. She's extremely low. Palm's going to go down, but actually not proc. That's going to be a big cooldown there traded. However, Hanzo falls to Mathael on the top lane. So that's going to be a 1-for-0 trade. Greymane going to grab the bottom shrine. Buy his team a little bit more time here. This is 18 minutes in. So this next DK definitely will take a keep, at least for the side of feed to 20. If they play it right, position 1 can get a keep off this if it's played right. 20 is here for both teams. Take a quick look at the talents for you guys. Looks like we are going to see the death metal out of ETC this time. Nothing else out of the ordinary as far as I can tell. Hinterland's upgrade seems a bit odd to me personally, but if that's what you want, go for it. ETC going to take a lot of damage from that Jaina Blizzard. Ring of Frost is not going to connect. APOC going to miss as well. It will connect with the Greymane, but not going to really do anything. The team is extremely split. They're trying their best to get out of this without having anyone picked off here. And they all make it out alive, which is always a good thing. See the top lane kind of pushed back up by the side of position 1. They do have control of that top shrine. Bottom lane, we're going to see the Giants cleaned up by the side of feed to 20. Nice power slide from the ECC on the Hobbs there. Gonna have just a little bit of poke back here. Stukov gonna fall. The blink from Diablo gonna cut him off. And that will be a dead support. This is a time for Feed to 20 to try to get some more kills. Palm going to go down. Ashley is going to get triggered by the Hanzo arrow. They do get the kill on Hanzo. So that's going to be 2 kills for them so far. Ghost is taking some damage from the Blaze, but Diablo's going to be there to peel for him. That's another kill. It's going to be a 3-for-0 trade. This should be a DK going over to the side of Feed to 20, and they may be able to end with this. The death timers are really long. They got 50 seconds till the whole team is back up for the side of position 1. And honestly, this middle keeps exposed. The wall's gone. They can march right up to it, do some damage, go straight core. 20-minute Dragonite will do a lot of damage. They're being careful putting it in, and Diablo just kind of charges in on it. I know they were trying to save it from taking damage, but at that point, honestly, you just want to walk in. You want to use spare as little time as possible. And they're going to head in for the core here. This shield is going to start to fall very quickly from how much damage the Dragonite does. Look how fast that falls. They're going to just auto the core. All they have to do is auto the core here, and they should win the game. Core is falling extremely fast. Hanzo not back up yet. Palm going to go out on to Falstad. Not going to activate. The GGs are being called. They think they have it here, and it looks like they do. Jaina not even close to being dead in that Dragonite. That's going to be game number 2. Going over to Feed to 20. It's going to be tied up 1-1, folks. Congratulations to both the teams. For any of you who don't know, here at Nexus Gaming Series, we just play a best of 2. Well, not even a best of 2. It's just 2 games. So it's just whoever wins the 2 games, that's it. So it's 2 games. They ended up tied 1-1 overall, so their points will be split that way. Congratulations to both teams, both taking away a victory tonight, which is great. You never want to see somebody walk home empty-handed. So both of them taking victory, that's always exciting. Great work on Gloki on the ETC with the 5-man mosh pits there. Hard to deny that they weren't great. Did a great job on those. We're going to show a quick look at talents here for you guys in case any of you are curious. And that's it for that. All right, guys, so that's going to be this series coming up in exactly, well, for you guys, it's going to be like 18 minutes because it's a 2-minute delay. But for me, it's 20 minutes. At 10 o'clock, we're going to have another series. We're going to have, who is it? It is going to be, we're going to have UFC Death Knights versus Game Freaks. I believe this is Division A. I'll be honest, guys, you don't want to miss this next game. The UCF Death Knights versus Game Freaks. It's going to be a great game. I'm super excited for it. You guys definitely don't want to miss out on it. What we're going to do, we're going to go to a quick BR back screen, put a little bit of music on, and then we will be right back with you guys in about 10 minutes or so, roughly. So go ahead, get a drink, take a quick break, and then come right on back, and we'll be good to go. See you guys in just a few minutes, maybe. Bye.
Take me away from home. Show me all the places I've never known. And we'll chase the night. Race all of these broken dreams in flight. And we'll fly. up here, we're free, bound only by frozen memories, lost in time, racing all these broken dreams tonight, and we'll fly. We'll fly.
What is up, guys? It's One Mega Man Fan. Welcome back. We're gonna have our second set of matches tonight. It's gonna be the UCF Death Knights versus Game Freaks. I'm excited, mostly because I'm from Florida. So, I mean, I want to stay neutral, but I kind of have to root for the home team. You guys feel me? I kind of got to root for the home team. You guys should understand that, okay? Hopefully, you guys all understand that. So, guys, what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna get these guys into the lobby. We'll get a quick chat together and we'll get started. Alright guys, I'm going to see if I can get them in here. We'll get this coin flip done. Hopefully nobody's in my lobby one. Oh, okay. Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Let me just reach out real quick to the other captain. Let him know we're in here, and hopefully he hops in just a second.
I'm in here.
Oh, you're in
Yep,
here?
he just
Sorry.
he hopped in right after you.
I got too many screens open, guys. Okay, so we got a coin flip. I have an option. Either one of you can just defer to the pick, and that other person can pick, or I can coin flip to determine who gets to call the coin flip.
My luck is as rotten as can be, so I'll let Foxy do it.
All right, Fox, would you like heads or tails?
Always tails because it never fails.
Okay, coin flip is going out, and it is heads.
It failed.
Okay,
Okay.
Jack, you are on UCF, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what would you guys like to ban?
Map-wise,
Yeah.
Battlefield of Eternity.
Okay, and ban for you, Fox.
Braxis.
Okay, and then back to you, Jack, for the pick of the map.
Oh, can I not have first pick?
No, you get. I think you just get pick of the map, I believe.
And then he gets first pick?
and he
I
gets
think
first pick, and then you swap. You get first pick on their
Okay.
map, and they get first pick on your map. You get the swap no matter what. It's not like
Okay. Okay.
HGC Open where loser picks.
Yeah. I'm familiar with Heroes of the Dorm.
Okay.
Map-wise, I will pick. Let's go with Cursed Hollow.
Okay.
First.
And then Fox, what map do you guys want?
We'll go Infernal Shrines.
Okay. Okay, I will get that lobby set up, and I'll invite you both in just a second. Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Can you DM me your Twitch?
Yep. I
Because we have
will.
a sub to watch.
Yep, I'll do that for you.
Okay.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.
Let's see. All right, guys. So let me get this to him real quick. All right. Oh, come on, play nice. All right, guys. So we got the map picks here. Gonna go ahead and get the lobby ready. Our first game, if you guys did not catch that, is gonna be on Cursed Hollow. We did have the ban on BOE and Braxis holdout. Let's see. All right, guys, we're gonna get those invites sent over to them real quick. And make sure we get them on the right teams. All right. All right, all right, all right. They are popping in here. We'll get the teams picked up. And we'll get rocking and rolling. Just got to figure out who goes where, as always. And UCF, because they did have the first map pick, they will get the first pick in game number 2, and then because they swap, so you get map pick, those team gets first pick, and then you swap in game 2. So it works out. It's a little different than normal. I need to who you know who goes where. I mean, obviously one of them is easy. Yeah, shit, yeah. Oh, hi. Alright, I think we're good. I think. Oh, in-game. I love in-game chat. Just love in-game chat. You guys will get to catch it later. In-game chat's awesome. It's my favorite thing. Little friendly banter between teams is always good. Always good. And we're just waiting on one more member to jump in here. And I want to make sure I have it right. All right. Make sure I have everybody set up properly, and we'll jump right on it, in, guys. All right, they're set on that side, so we're good there. And then I just need. Oh, hey. We just need the. Oh, hey. We'll get the readies here from the team. And as soon as we get those readies, we'll jump right into this Cursed Hollow game. Should be good. I'm excited. I got one ready. I got ready number 2. And here we go. This should be good, guys. I'm super excited. Super excited. You guys don't even know. Oh, we just lost one too. Oh. So close. We got the sound and everything, and then somebody dropped out of the lobby before we even got over. So we'll try this again in just a second. No big deal. Thankfully, it's before the game starts, not like an important thing. I'm gonna mark this Cursed Hollow, and then we're gonna have Infernal Shrines. Infernal Shrines? There you go. Just waiting on one more person to get reconnected here, and we'll jump right on in. Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Are we good? Are we good? I thought we were going to remake, but we might be good. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. See if we can get through the draft this time, guys. Start game.
Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow. Alright, guys. This is going to be Nexus Game Series UCF Death Knights versus Game Freaks Division A. Should be good. I'm super excited for this game. So, Medivh is banned. I was going to say, UCF banned maps, and they got to choose this one. They chose Cursed Hollow. We have the insta ban on Medivh, and then the insta ban on Phoenix, and then the Hanzola. I mean, these teams know what they want. I mean, I can't complain. I can't complain at all. I always love when teams know what they want. It's always easier for me, so I will take that all the time. Genji coming out here. And the ETC. I mean, they pretty much know what they want, which is nice. I always appreciate that. Garrosh Stukov. These teams, they're like moving, boys. They're moving. Be right back. Oh. Quick locks, and then they need a second. All right, so normally I'd talk about bans and what they fixed so far, but they keep moving away so fast. So Genji ETC, solid choice there. They still need support. We'll see what they go into. They got a few options. Initial thought is Uther, but that's probably not going to happen just due to the fact that the side of Game Freaks already has their support, so they can ban out a support. So they can ban the Uther if they want. Remove that D-Shield Dragon Blade, D-Shield Mosh Pit option. Just take it off the board. That means they'll probably end up going with a Malfurion most likely. Malfurion had a little bit of a nerf, but probably not enough to affect things too much. As far as the side of Game Freaks goes, that Hanzo, Garrosh, and Stukov pickup. Stukov basically the top support right now, so it makes perfect sense to go ahead and grab that. Hanzo did get a little bit of a nerf as far as his mobility and ability to take camps, but still a solid range DPS overall. So not a bad choice there. And Garrosh is very popular in the meta right now, able to just disrupt things a lot, get the toss away, basically make it easier for your team to get kills and picks. We're going to see the ban of my Ev from the side of Death Knights. I think that's a solid choice here. You don't want them flipping somebody over and then Garrosh, Garrosh gets the flip and then Mav just pulls him away, or Mav pulls him in, Garrosh gets the flip. You don't want to deal with that, putting your team so far out of position. So that makes perfect sense for that ban. As far as the ban for the side of Game Freaks, I really feel like they need to ban a support here. The question is, what support? Do they go the Uther? Do they go the Malfurion? The other option is, do you look at the Abathur ban? Abathur's super strong on Cursed Hollow. He has the ability to soak multiple lanes at once. Having Genji is always a great thing. You can clone the Genji, so you get the double Genji. Can be very scary, almost as bad as double Greymane. They're actually going to go with the Tyrael ban here. So remove the option for that dive buddy for Genji. Remove those shields, sanctification. That's could really disrupt things. You just don't take damage. And then, you also have the Holy Ground, which makes it easier to steal away the bosses. And boss control is something that's always super important on this map. Now, we have this 3-4 slot here for the side of Death Knights. And I'm curious to see what they decide to take here. They don't have to take their support in this spot if they don't want to, because they already know support's taken on the side of Game Freaks. And they're not going to take a double support comp, most likely in the current meta. So because of that, you can almost always just assume you're safe for the most part by saving your support to last. However, having that last spot gives you an option to counter the 4 or 5 slot picks from the side of Game Freaks. So if you take your support here, then you can work things out okay. They're going to grab the Dahaka to get the solo lane pickup. I think that's a solid call there. And they are going to go ahead and take the Uther to pair with that Genji and ETC. Now from the side of Game Freaks, because they have some options here, they need a solo laner still, and they also are going to need probably another DPS of some sort, most likely, or camp taker. I'd really like to see a Lunara here, or Gul'dan. I think I'd like to see them go more into the Lunara, just a little bit more mobility, especially against that Genji. Poison damage is something that Uther struggles with really bad. It's super hard for him to deal with that. It also persists under D-Shield and persists under Genji's Reflect, so you can still get the kills there. Even if Genji reflects the damage, the poison still persists, so he can still get killed off by the poison. So I think something like a Lunara or Gul'dan would be great here. Again, I'd lean more towards the Lunara personally. But Gul'dan has the Horrify, so that's an option as well. As far as the solo lane, they have a lot of options. This is the Hawk up there. I almost say you want to go into like a Falstad or something to get the global, but they're going to go with the Blaze for that solo lane, and they're going to grab Tychus as their other DPS. Interesting choice. Definitely should get some value on that minigun with that front line of ETC, Dahaka, and Uther has to be pretty far up usually. He's got some decent health pool. You can always have Uther tank for you if you need to. That's the joke, because he's very tanky, hard to kill. This last pick here can be anything they want. Most likely it's going to be a ranged DPS. Probably going to be looking at something that gives them a little bit of poke or burst damage. We could be looking at a Vala, Greymane, although Greymane is going to be a little more divey, but would pair well with the Genji. Could look at that Lunara, Gul'dan, Kael'thas, Kael'thuzad, basically any of the mages, Li Ming. There's a lot of options they could go with here. It's just what fits best for them. If they have a decent Falstad player, this could be a nice spot to grab a Falstad. That's going to give you the Mighty Gust for boss control. Also, it's going to give you a second global. They're actually going to go with the Chromie. So some nice, far, safe backline poke. And honestly, Chromie should be safe for the most part. There's not really an option for anybody on the side of Game Freaks to kind of dive back there and get the kill on her. So she should be safe for the entire game. I think that's a solid choice by them on the overall. If you're going to go with the mage, Chromie's safe. If you got somebody who can play her well, as long as you make sure you're letting those sandblasts and get those stacks up to get the clone out as quickly as possible, then you'll be all set. Guys, we're going to jump in here to game number 1 between these two teams. I'm excited to see who's going to bring this home. I told you guys, I am rooting a little bit, a lot of it. I'm rooting some for the Death Knights, and mostly because, again, I'm from Florida. So for me, like, I gotta root for them. I feel like I have to root for them. Is it possible for me not to root for them? Let's be honest here. I don't think it is, because they're a Florida team. I didn't go to that university, but they're a Florida team. I have to root for them. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're my dorm team I picked if they were in dorm. I picked one of the Florida team for dorm to go up at least a couple wins. I knew they were going to make it far, but I went ahead and picked one of the Florida teams for a couple wins. I want to say it was them, but I can't remember. Oh, well, we'll see. There was 2 Florida teams. All right, guys. We're going to jump into the game here. All right, guys. On the left-hand side, in the blue, we have the UCF Death Knights. They're going to be rocking it out here with what I think is a solid composition. I think they actually may have a solid chance to win this game just based off the composition alone. On the right-hand side in the red, we are going to have Game Freaks with kind of a odd choice based off the Uther. Again, I think I really like to see some poison damage there. But, you know, if that's what they want to go with, more power to them. They know what they're doing. They're obviously better than me, so we'll see how well they do here. I'm not in Division A because I'm not playing, so they obviously know something I don't. Looks like they're going to have the Tychus go ahead and split off early to the top lane. This is going to be the 3v5 here in the middle. Blaze is going to go ahead and grab that vision. Now they know somebody's down at the vision point here. Chromie, I don't think has been spotted out, and neither has Genji, I don't believe. Genji's going to be seen, so is Chromie, so they know all 5 are here. That's going to give Blaze and Tychus free reign to do what they want in their lanes. You're going to see the flip up and the silence on top of the Genji. Going to be extremely low, but we'll make it out okay. Dahaka go ahead and burrow down to this bottom lane here. And this will be an interesting laning matchup, honestly. Hopefully Dahaka can get some good tongues. He does miss the Blaze on that tongue. But get some good tongues and able to force some damage out onto the Blaze from the towers. Meanwhile, in the top lane, looks like Uther's going to go ahead and rotate up there. They missed an entire wave of soak, though. That's a lot of XP to miss up here. And that may come back to bite them a little bit later. You can already see the level 2's already picked up here for the side of Game Freaks. Genji go ahead and dive in there. Try to get some poke on that Tychus and just push him out of this lane. Meanwhile, we're going to have the ETC and Chromie kind of play fun in the middle lane with the Garrosh. You see Stukov and Hanzo taking this night camp here. Going with that over the Siege Giant camp, which is fine here. Really, they want to make sure they prioritize getting the Siege Giant camp in the bottom right corner. This can give us some nice extra pressure on this tribute because it's going to be up top. Now, obviously, Dahaka is down there. He is going to be able to just go ahead and pull those in with the tongue, burrow top. So you're not going to be missing out too much. It's not quite as much value as if the other team didn't have a global. But you'll still get some value from it. And Dahaka's actually having a bit of a tough time in this lane against the Blaze on the overall side of things. Hanzo go ahead and right down to then the Siege Giants start working on these. Middle lane, we have the Night Camp being pushed up here with the Garrosh and the Stukov. And Tychus did have to end up backing here. It looks like he may have taken a little bit too much damage from that Genji up in the top lane. We're going to see the rotation from the Stukov up top just so they don't miss any soak. And we're going to see Garrosh just try to poke back and forth here. A little bit of poke, trying to help peel for those Knights. Obviously the mage was taken out, so that's going to help make it easier to clear up these waves. Level 4s are being locked in by both the teams. We'll pull up the talents here for anyone curious. Chromie already at 5 stacks. Going to slowly get that built up here. Bottom lane, he'll take a quick peek. Gets a nice pull on the Blaze. Going to get a couple tower shots in on him to kind of force out some damage. Now, obviously, this is something where Dahaka can come up whenever, but he doesn't really want to leave until Blaze leaves. Team's positioning here. It's going to be a 4v4. throw onto the ETC, but not much is going to come out of it. Genji's actually going to dive in onto the Hanzo, get a lot of damage out on Big Wiz, and hop over the wall to escape. Chromie with a nice Sandblast is going to end up connecting. Dahaka burrows into the backline, not going to connect with the tongue, though. That means Blaze is going to have free push in this bottom, and they have to make sure they get this tribute quickly. Otherwise, Blaze will get a huge amount of value because he has both Siege Giants. He's already taken one of the towers. He looks like he's working on the other one here. And he's able to clear these waves up fairly easily. Top lane, we're going to see the Silence come out on to the Dahaka. He's going to take quite a bit of damage. Going to go ahead and try to heal up some. They're trying to peel for the Uther. Uther just not able to get the channel there. Going to go ahead and pop a heal. They do get the nice burst from the Chromie onto the Tychus. That's going to be a kill. They do have to get some more value here from this because they're losing a lot in that bottom lane. Trying to finish getting the channel. Garrosh not quite able to stop it. Going to end up getting the throw. Genji, though, going to start the channel. Will get the channel off in time before he gets hit with the Hanzo arrow. That would be the first tribute going over to the side of Death Knights. However, they sacrificed a lot. The Siege Giants did die down in the bottom lane, but Blaze is able to push up in here. They have the fort down to half health. Going to do some damage to this well. And let's be honest, he should be able to get out of here just fine and dandy. Yeah, that was a lot of value given up in that bottom lane. I'm not sure that may come back to bite them later in the game. Fortunately for them, it is the bottom lane, so it's not the boss lane for the side of Game Freaks. But if Game Freaks managed to get a steal on a boss in the bottom, it could end up being quite valuable having that wall down. Now, obviously, there is an XP advantage because that wall was taken. Even though there was First Blood drawn over on the side of Death Knights. Just that structure XP is going to help a lot and give that early level 7, early level 8, and hopefully early level 10 over to Game Freaks. Going to see the team start to make the rotation over for this tribute. It is on the left side of the map up top. Chromie going to take some damage from the Hanzo poke, and the team is fairly split here. The Haka is still down with Blaze. Looks like the Haka took quite a bit of damage against him too. Ended up having to either pop his heal or tap the well. One of the two, I'm not quite certain. Blaze gonna start the rotation. Gonna end up coming up with the Haka here. Nice power slide. The Unstoppable comes out from the Garrosh to try to get peeled out of this as quickly as possible. Chromie throwing as much sand as she can, and no kills are going to happen. Blaze finally making the rotation up here. It is a long rotation for him. He should get the stall on the Uther. He's going to get the stall there. Sniper is very low. The Haka going to get tossed here, taking a lot of damage. Going to get a nice tongue onto the Blaze, but he will fall. ETC falls as well. That's going to be a 2-for-0 trade so far, and it looks like that's going to be the second tribute going over to Game Freaks, and they still have about a level lead here. And that level lead that's going to help. They should get the 10s first here. It looks like they may end up making a rotation of boss. Yep, they are going to go ahead and make the boss rotation. While they're taking this boss, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at talents here for anybody curious. Chromie does have her 10s. Obviously, she gets them early. So she did take the slowing sands. The boss is going to get burned down extremely fast, especially with the help of that Tychus there. Just kind of going to town. This boss is going to pick up, start pushing top lane, and this next tribute is bottom right.
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Tribute spawns in 30 seconds. The Haka go ahead and work on the Siege Giants just to try to help defend from this. Chromie going to go ahead and try to poke on to this Golem here, but not going to be able to do a ton of damage because only one of her talents actually does damage to it. Otherwise, she has to auto attack. Uther going to come up, do some damage as well. Nice taking in the middle, and looks like basically this is going to get given over for free. There's nothing UCF can do here, especially with the 10 just being picked up for the side of Game Freaks. Blaze going to pressure up this bottom lane as much as possible against this Genji. It looks like they're going to go ahead and make the rotation onto the enemy team's boss. And this could be scary here. This is going to be a second tribute picked up. They go ahead and get the Siege Giants in the bottom. Genji is going to spot this out here. Boss is down the half, but the problem is there's not time for Death Knights to make this rotation. So this is going to get given away to Game Freaks. And remember that wall that got taken out earlier from that stall? There's the value right there. Because that fort is so low, this is going to be an easy fort pickup for the side of Game Freaks. Also, because this is Curse Point, if they want, they can go ahead and let this boss push and guarantee the curse, or they can push with the boss, try to get a little extra value here. They're also going to go ahead and step up in there, try to slow them down. Same thing with Blaze. Looks like they're going to set Hanzo to try to go ahead and get this. Hanzo's going to start to make the rotation though down. Genji comes out with the Dragon Blade trying to get some value. Stukov with the massive shove is going to stall that out. Stun push him very far away. Odin is going to be popped here. Disha comes out onto the Haka. Odin going to start doing some damage to the enemy team. They're going to try to get some pickups here. Blaze was tongued by the Haka and is going to make it out okay though. Let's see Hanzo go ahead and pick up the curse here for his team. Chromie did not try to stall that. And boss did get some value. It did end up getting a tower here. Top boss didn't get too much. Did get the wall and a little bit of value onto that fort. We're going to see the middle fort here sieged down by the 4-man. And we're going to see Blaze rotate up top just to deal with that siege giant camp. They want to make sure they're still getting XP from that lane. And also they don't want it pushing too hard. They want that lane value. So they want to get the curse value up there. Clear out the siege giants is going to help that. It is a 4v5 here. We're going to see the back out here from the side of Game Freaks. Garrosh going to try to slow him down. Pop the Unstoppable just to make sure he makes it out okay. Tosses in Genji, going to taunt him as well. Chromie with the slowing sands. Not going to be able to connect with anybody. And the toss on to the Tychus just to get him over the wall. Make sure he is safely away. And we see Blaze up here soaking. And going to go ahead and grab this fort. This is going to be all 3 forts grabbed for the side of Game Freaks. This is going to give them a massive XP lead. Looks like we may see a potential fight here at the wall. Tung going to come out on Garrosh, but Tower's not going to do anything. And we're going to see this 5-man push up here on the top lane. They're going to start doing some tower damage. They do have the level 13 advantage, so they do have a solid chance here. Tung is not going to connect, and Death Knights is going to do their best just to try to slow this down, not lose anything. But bottom lane, Keep is going to fall to Winions. I don't know. Chromie saves it. Just barely. Look how low this Keep is. This Keep has 468 HP. So at any point, basically, that is a free keep over for the side of Game Freaks should they want it. Chromie's going to get some nice damage onto Garrosh there while they try to steal this Night Camp away. Again, they do have the 13 advantage. Blaze is going to head pop the buckler, try to body block this. Genji's going to dive in, pop the Dragon Blade. Odin was popped as well. We're going to see the stun from Stukov. D-Shield going to come out. A lot of damage though in that slowing sands area. Night Camp is going to pick up. Stukov's going to be the first one to fall. Mosh Pit does connect with one, but not going to be enough to do too. Not going to catch enough. Not enough. They do get the kill. It's a 2-for-2 trade so far. ETC is going to fall. That's going to make it a 3-for-2 trade. The Haka just barely going to make it out. Uther doing his best to try to heal up in that ghost form and just keep his team alive. We're going to see Tychus and Hanzo rotate down. Hanzo wants this. Hanzo wants this. Boom. That's a keep. Catapults are now pushing that bottom lane. They still have the 13 talent advantage, and this is just not looking good for UCF so far. Blaze is hanging out in the middle with this Night Camp, just trying to push down this wall, get a little more XP here. Genji's going to dive, but not really going to do much. Just kind of push him off. Night Camp Siege Giant's going to get picked up here for the side of Game Freaks. Death Knights finally have their 13, and they really need to try to pick a fight here before 16 gets hit. If they don't get 16, like if they don't fight before 16, then they still are going to have to keep fighting down talent tiers. Definitely down levels, but being down talent tiers is even tougher. It's just you're such a weaker position, especially when it comes up to 20. Chromie going to try to scope out the boss here. Sees it's not being picked up yet, but she did just a little bit too early. Boss is being worked on now, although I'm surprised they're going so aggressive with this boss considering the tributes up. This could be a dangerous play for them. They don't know anyone else. Garrosh is going to see ETC. They're going to try to get the root. They do get the root down. We're going to see Genji dive in on the Stukov. Not able to get a kill, but gets him poked fairly low. Boss is going to get picked up, though, for the side of Game Freaks. We're going to see the engage here. Tychus doing as much damage as he can. He actually gets the kill on the Uther, and is going to continue to push out Death Knights. Toss back in on the ETC. Going to have the power slide. Slowing Sam's going to try to help heal for him. The toss forward, though, with the stun is going to get the kill. That's going to be 2 kills for none. And Tribute going over to the side of Game Freaks. It's Chromie. Yep, Chromie's going to fall too. That's going to be a 3-for-0 trade. Boss is pushing the top. Going to town. We're going to see the rotation over here from Game Freaks. And I don't know if Death Knights can defend this at this point. Garrosh with the beautiful toss on to the Dahaka. The stun from the Stukov. And that is going to go ahead and be a kill on to the Dahaka. D-Shield going to be there to help get Genji out. But this keep is going to fall. They're trying really hard to kill that Uther. Really hard. Not going to happen. They're trying really hard. Meanwhile, Siege Giants are pushing with 3 catapults down here in the bottom, starting to do damage to the core shields. Core shields are gone. The keep is gone top. Shields are falling. Honestly, if Game Freaks get 2 kills here, they win the game. 2 kills, that's all I need. Maybe not even that. Maybe just 1 kill. They're definitely getting all 3 keeps though. They still have that 16 talent advantage. They're actually going to go ahead and play safe back out. They don't want to risk it. I think they could have ended there just with how much damage the core took from those catapults. That could have been an end. They're going to go ahead and go for the boss here on the side of Death Knights. They're going to try to steal this boss. Looks like they're going to be able to chunk through it fairly quickly. And honestly, what can Death Knights do at this point? They don't have their 16s. They don't really have any way to claim this. Hanzo's going to shoot an arrow just to stall. It actually connects with the ETC. That's going to be another boss picked up pushing bottom lane, and they're going to try to end here. And honestly, if they 5-man wipe right now, all that's going to happen is there's going to be some XP given over to Death Knights. They're going to slowly get caught up, and then they're going to take a fort, maybe keep, but most likely just a fort. So this is a very safe push, especially with the boss. Odin's going to go ahead and come out. Blaze is going to get a nice 3-man stun, drop the bunker. They're going to get the kill onto the ECC before he can even do anything. That's going to be 1 kill so far. 1 more kill definitely guarantees it. But just having the 1 by itself is going to be... It's going to help. They do get the kill on Hanzo, but not going to be the best to do damage. D-Shield's going to come out onto the Genji with Dragon Blade. He's actually going to get the kill onto the Blaze. The question is, can they get the kill onto the rest of the team and the boss? And I don't think they can. That's going to be game number 1 going over to Game Freaks with an impressive lead. Game Freaks showing how it's done. Man. I mean, I'm rooting for Death Knights because they're my Florida team. But that was an impressive game. Let's be honest. Hold on. Let me switch back for you guys so you can see that better. There you go. That was an impressive game. You know, Chromie did put out the damage. She did. And she only died once. She was fairly safe the entire game. So I'm not surprised. The Chromie pickup I think was good. It's just the problem is they just couldn't kill anybody. The snowball happened way too fast, and unfortunately they could not catch up from that point. We're gonna have a quick look here at the current talents that we're taking from the teams, and then what we're gonna do is set up for our next map, which is gonna be Infernal Shrines, which I have to find. There you go. Create game. Invite to game. Invite to game. Make observer. Swap team. Referee. There you go, guys. Sorry. Just got to go through and make sure everything's right. So Infernal Shrines was picked by Game Freaks. And I'm just going to let everybody get in, and then I'm going to move people. Okay. Alright. I think we're all set. Alright. I think we're good on that side. Just want to make sure we have everybody set right, you know? Go ahead and get ready for game number 2. Just waiting on a few more people to pop in here, and we will get rocking and rolling. Fox, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, man. All right. Okay, See if we can get their readies. And as soon as I get the readies, we'll jump right into game number 2, guys. We got a bio break. Okay, guys. We're going to have a second for a bio break. We can give them a second. I think we'll forgive them for a second. They can have their 1 second. That's it, just one. That was an impressive game, guys. I'm very impressed. I gotta update the score too. 1-0. There you go. Yeah, Game Freaks just snowballed that away. I'm hoping Death Knights can bring it back in game number 2. I want to see that tied up. They only play 2 games. It's not best of 3, so it's just the 2 games. So I'm kind of hoping they tie it up, because again, I'm a Florida boy, so I got to root for my Florida team deep down. As a caster, I'm unbiased, but my Florida self has to root for them just a little bit. But honestly, good heroes is all that matters. As long as we get some good heroes, that's what matters at the end of the day. Yeah, that's all that really is going to matter. We got ready. We got our ready. Okay, let's go. Maybe. There we go. Infernal Shrines. Alright, guys. So, first pick and ban are going to go over to the Death Knights, because the map was picked by Game Freaks. Garrosh. A little bit of a respect ban there after that last game. Little bit of respect. A little bit. Just a little bit there. Phoenix banned out. Makes sense. Again, the changes, people aren't quite sure how he plays yet, so they just want to be safe. Just go ahead and get him off out of the way. You don't want to risk it, especially if you haven't had time to play against him with the new one. First pick over to Death Knights. They need to pick something strong here. Given the map, I mean, maybe something like a Sonya or Stukov. I was going to say Sonya or Stukov. They just take the Stukov. I mean, get that support locked in early. He's really good here. He's one of the better supports on this map just because of how he plays. He's able to pick up Shrine minions from a distance safely, plus has that silence with all those tight choke points on the objectives. Stukov makes perfect sense here. And then the Medivh Mayav lock here. Locked in both. I'm excited. Medivh did have some changes. Just a few small changes. I don't think they'll affect it too much. And I can't wait to see. I love Medivh games, especially if teams are coordinated enough. Like a coordinated game with Medivh. Oh, so good. Portals, all sorts of scary things. Honestly, if I'm on Death Knights, you need to find some CC. I mean, now the Stukov does help against the Medivh, so that's some nice CC for the cover under the portals. But you don't want them to have something that they can come out and kill you, like portal kill. So you're talking like a Stitches, get rid of the Gorge option with the slow. Could be looking at a Diablo, APOC come through the portal and then just like you're stunned and he's right there. They're going to go ahead and lock in the solo lane and the DPS. They're going to take the Hanzo Sonya. Sonya is great on the shrines here, so I think that's a solid pickup. Hanzo still obviously very popular, even with the nerfs that came through this week. But it should be exciting to see how they decide to play out this game with the Sonya and the Hanzo. Now we do have the bans here for the second phase, and Game Freaks is going to have the first ban of the second phase. For them, I'd really like to see them, because they get to choose what they want here. I would say maybe ban out something you don't want that the other team needs. So in this case, it would be a tank. Clearly, Death Knights needs a tank still. They don't have a tank. You get the next pick, so you have your choice of whatever tanks you don't ban. I would say it's a good choice to ban out a tank here, unless there's something else that obviously they know what they're thinking. So there may be something else that they want to get rid of that might counter them. Like maybe they're going to go dive, so they want to get rid of the Arthas. They're going to get rid of the Tyrael. Again, material, obviously solid choice to ban. The shielding does well. He's got the holy ground. He's got the sanctification. Just a good utility tank. ETC ban from the side of Death Knights immediately. They do not want to deal with that. I don't know if I can blame them there. Seems like a solid get rid of hero to me. Let's see. We're going to have the 3-4 slot now for the side of Game Freaks. Now, this is going to be one of those spots where they have some options. They need to take their tank here, guaranteed. They don't have to take their support because the enemy team already has a support, so they don't have to show what they want to support. But again, it's kind of like the situation we had last game with the Death Knights, where if you go ahead and take your tank and support in this role, then you have that last pick to kind of flex based off what comes up in the 4-5 slot for the enemy team. I like having that flex spot at the end. I feel it gives teams almost an advantage, in my opinion. You get this, first pick's always considered the advantage, but really second pick has the better half of the draft. They're going to take the Diablo and the Greymane, so they're going to save that support for last. I like the Diablo. Great choice here. Going to pair well with the shields from Medivh. Greymane, always a good dive hero. Clears out camps easily. Can kind of handle his own. So they're going to end up getting a soul laner here, would be my guess, in their 5th spot. Now they need a support. Who's going to soul lane? I guess they're going to have Greymane in the soul lane or Medivh. One of the two. As far as it goes for Death Knights, they need a full tank here. I'm assuming they were thinking Diablo. That's why it may be taking a minute. And a DPS. They're going to take the Kel'Thas and the Arthas. Kel'Thas, great AoE for the shrines. Again, can kind of survive on his own if he needs to with tight gravity laps. Built-in kind of CC into his kit. Going to help protect himself a little bit there. And then the Arthas, always a solid tank. Especially when you hit 10, you just get so beefy with Army of the Dead. Super hard to kill you. He's got that nice AoE slow around him. Help peel for his team. Also is going to do damage. Help pick up the shrine minions. I think Arthas is a solid choice here, especially considering what they're playing against. Now, this last spot has to be a support of some type. They could go with the Lily to try to counter the Sonya because they have the Medivh shield, so they can kind of go with like a more off-meta support for the most part. Malfurion still works really well here. The roots, especially if you take the size upgrade on the root, covers a good area. Again, you're going to lock down these nice areas, similar with the Stukov with that root. That may be all you need to kind of help you win the game. They could also look at Rhaegar as an option. Lily, I don't think they go with something like an Anna, though. We're going to see what they pick up here. Lucio! Okay, we're going to go a little old school. Lucio kind of not super hype in the meta right now, but still solid support. Gives a nice heal over time. I mean, Kel'Thas does have some nice burst damage to him, so that's something they have to be very careful about. Is if they lock somebody down and Kel'Thas is able to get a full combo off with the Phoenix, that could be a dead hero very quickly. So yeah, that seems like a solid choice there as far as somebody to go ahead and pick up. Just one person you gotta deal with. That's solid. I like that pick. I like it. All right, guys. We're going to swap over to the game here. So this is going to be game number 2. I'm excited for this one, especially after the last one. I mean, yeah, there was a little bit of a snowball from Game Freaks, but honestly, Death Knights held their own. I mean, they held their own. It's just that they just got a little too far behind, and Game Freaks knew how to exploit that little bit of room they had, and they made it grow. And that's really what competitive HOTS, that's what you see a lot. You just have to, how can I take my small advantage and make it bigger, or what's the most I can get from this advantage without going too far. And I think they did a very good job of doing that last game. Let's see if they can repeat that this game. Although again, I'm rooting for the Death Knights because it's a Florida team, so I gotta root for them. Gonna go ahead and show talents here. On the right hand side, we have in the red Game Freaks up 1-0 so far in this 2-game series. On the left in the blue, we're going to have the Death Knights. They're trying to come back. They're going to win here. I believe they will come back here and win.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 arms.
2 arms. Let's go. Hanzo not going into the scatter arrow at level 1. Medivh going into that portal talent. And Greymane going into the very, very typical just kind of Worgen form. It's very popular now. Ever since they nerfed the cocktail build, that's been the new go-to for most people. Arthur's root not going to connect with anyone. I'm actually going to be sitting down on the bottom looking for someone. Going to kind of poke in, get a nice pull onto 3. Kael'thas going to get that fire out though, and they will have the first blood over on to Kael'thas. So Game Freak's taking the first kill here. And they will start this 1-4 rotation. It's come to be the norm, honestly. Now they don't have the superior wave clear, which is something you're going to see from the side of Death Knights. However, with Kael'thas being dead, they're going to be able to start this rotation early. Also, they have the portals, so they're going to be able to rotate between these lanes very quickly. Nice pull in from Maiev. Stukov just a little put out. Nice shove from Diablo. Going to get the stun into the wall. The question is, can they get the kill here? They are able to just get that kill off. Lucio putting out the damage. That's going to be the second kill over to Game Freaks, and they are slowly working their way to a nice XP lead here. You can take a quick peek in the top lane here. Looks like it's going to be about even for the two. Greymane with a little bit more damage than Sonya. Sonya's just going to play a little bit safer. That's okay. Obviously, it's a weird matchup for Greymane. It's a little bit of a tough solo lane for him. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, we're going to see the Khazra camp picked up here for the side of Game Freaks. Nice flip, shove flip combo onto Hanzo. Not going to be able to get a kill, but you're going to be able to put some decent damage out. Force out that well tap, which could be important later because the shrine is going to be middle. So having that well on cooldown could affect things greatly. Get to the rotation back here in the middle. Arthas doing a great job backing out his team, letting you know, hey, they're missing. You got to get out of there. So he's going to back up, play it safe behind the wall. We're going to see the Khazra on the right-hand side of the map picked up for the side of Game Freaks. They're going to go ahead and work through that, get some extra pressure on the map here. A great job controlling these camps. And the nice thing is Medivh can kind of check the vision on this stuff, see where they're at. Lucio going to come down, make sure they don't miss any soak. And this is a solid 4-man here from the side of Game Freaks. They know what they're doing. They're going to do a little bit of a party bush here. Hope for the rotation down. They're going to see that they're actually going to stay in this. They're going to go ahead and invade the camp. Now, obviously, the fire from Diablo is going to show on the well, so they will know they're here. Kael'thas will probably throw a flame strike over the wall, would be my guess. Maybe even a gravity lapse. There's the gravity lapse and the flame strike. Going to put out some nice damage on to the Maiev here. You see the poke back and forth here. Diablo taking a decent amount of damage, but they should be okay here. Silence is going to come out, but not going to be enough. Maev's going to get a nice pull onto 2. Taking quite a bit of damage from Kael'thas, though. Will be able to get away without spreading the damage to her team. Greymane up in the top lane, going to go ahead and pick up a few more minions. And XP-wise, they're about a half-level lead so far. And that, again, that little bit, if they can turn it into a lot, is all that's going to matter here. Shrine has not been activated. Just now kicked on. We're going to see Greymane on the shrine start to work through it with the Lucio. We'll see the teams rotate in here to start things. I'm going to dive pretty deep to get a pull onto 2. Diablo's going to come in as well. Kael'thas, though, just spreading that fire around. Let's spread over to Diablo, to Lucio. It's just going to keep spreading out, putting a lot of damage out there. And they're actually going to push off Diablo there. Lucio's going to try to get him healed back up, as well as the Greymane and himself. Big Wiz on that Medivh is just going to poke in as best as possible here. We're going to see the second engage here from the side of Game Freaks. They're going to go in hard onto Rook. Looks like Rook, though, may make it out okay here. Portal out is going to be enough to make sure that Maiev stays alive. Lucius is going to pop through as well just to try to get closer, get some healing numbers going. About a 3 monster lead here, but they keep getting pushed off, and I think there's a solid chance that Death Knights is going to take this here. They are up now by about 5 or so. As long as they don't back off of this and they're able to pick these up, they should get this Punisher. It looks like they are going to. Diablo's going to go ahead and hearth back, get those heals, and get ready to go ahead and defend from this. Greymane going to start the rotation down here to the middle. We're going to see the bait over the wall, probably from the Lucio here. There's the bait. Actually, get the stun on the 2. And we're going to see a nice root from Arthas over the wall. Greymane's going to be the best line of defense here, able to poke this down fairly well, especially in Worgen form. We're going to see the pull in on to the Stukov, but no way to confirm that kill, unfortunately. I think they were looking for a nice flip over the wall, but it just did not happen. So they're going to clean that up fairly quickly here. We're going to see the 4-man rotation start again. Greymane looks like he's going to go ahead and rotate up to the top and start picking up that soak. Sonya did get a little bit of value. Got about a turret, not quite a whole turret. Bottom lane, we're going to see another engage here. No pull activated on the Hanzo. Medivh going to go ahead and just portal out and pop in his little bird form. Tap the well and chill out, heal up. Sonya working on this camp up here. It might be a little bit of an early cap. We do know the next shrine is going to be in the center. Or in the bottom. Excuse me. Will be an Arcane Punisher. So by having the camp taken a little later, that's going to give you a little bit more time to let it push into the lane of your favor up top. The question is, how much can she get done with this camp with Greymane up here? I mean, if she just backs off like this, I don't think... I mean, she has to back off because she has to play safe. That's the problem. You have to play safe because you don't want to get killed. They're only really going to get a tower here, not much. Meanwhile, because they've seen everybody rotate top here, we're going to see Death Knights come in for the invade on the Khazra camp. I think this is a great choice here. Try to get a little more XP, and they actually have picked up about a half-level lead so far, which is good for them. They're going to go in. Diablo's going to get the shove onto the Arthas out. Going to get rooted, silenced, and knocked up in the air by Kel'Thas, and that's going to be a kill. First kill over for Death Knights. A little more XP pushed them a little closer to 10. And they may actually end up with the 10 advantage here before the side of Game Freaks. If they can get the 10 and do something with it before Game Freaks hits 10, get a couple more picks, they may be able to snowball this off this next shrine. 10 is here for the side of Death Knights. Let's see if they decide to lock in here. And Medivh did just complete his quest. Looks like we're going to be fairly standard talents. Arthas is not locked in his. There it is. I said that better be an Army of the Dead. I mean, you don't knock out Army of the Dead solo tank Arthas. So they have all their talents locked in here. Unfortunately, they're just not going to be able to get any value off of it because of how close Game Freaks are. Greymane going to go be working on this camp. Got very low taking it, but was able to go ahead and pick it up there. And you're going to see the time here worked out a lot better for the side of Game Freaks. Now we're going to have to see Death Knights either risk losing stuff up here or spend time defending and then rotating down, which is going to give more of the shrine monsters over to the side of Game Freaks. We're going to see a full 5-man rotation up here in the top lane. They're giving a lot of information away with how much vision they're giving to the enemy team, which is surprising. I wish they were a little more careful with that. That could help them out here, especially considering that they have like the slight level lead. Shrine is an Arcane Punisher. Hanzo getting a nice arrow spot everybody out there. And we're going to see these minions start to be taken here by both teams. Sonya going to go ahead and pop Wrath just to start doing some damage, getting these picked up. And thankfully, because as she attacks, it keeps Wrath up, she doesn't really have to worry about losing it. Leyline going to come down, connect with 3. No APOC yet, though. There comes the APOC. Going to connect on quite a few members. We're going to have everything just going off at once. Warden's Cage came down. You can see the Phoenix on top of it. And the silence from Stukov right in the center. First Blood going to go over onto the Mayav. She's going to be the first one to die there. And then we're going to see the counter kill onto the Sonya. We're going to see Arthas fall as well. Stukov going to go ahead and use the flailing swipes just to zone for his team to make sure they can get out the Hanzo and the Kel'Thas. Hanzo's doing his best to poke as much as possible. They know they're not too far away. They don't really want to give this up for free if they don't have to. Stukov actually coming in. You can see the portal or the engage from Medivh. They're actually going to pick onto the Kel'Thas. Their Arcane Punisher going to get picked up for the side of Game Freaks. And this is definitely going to be for sure. Oh, he did not get over. Oh, it just barely made it over the wall. But this is going to be a lot of damage that they're going to be able to put out here onto this wall. I was going to say maybe get the fort here. But it looks like that's probably not going to happen just due to the fact that they were able to get the Punisher over the wall. But Mayav was pushing top. So got some XP value there, pushed up that wave. There's going to be missed XP for the side of Death Knights and also some damage out on the wall. They're able to take the tower there, which could be big later on, especially when we have the next shrine phase if it is top. Diablo going to spot out the Arthas here, get a nice flip. Not going to get the shove into the wall, just shove out of the way. You're going to see the Phoenix come out. You're going to see the dive in from Sonya here going hard on that Greymane. Lucio actually forced to break down. Arrow going to come out, but Diablo will not survive. Leyline tried to stall for the team, but was not enough to save Diablo as well. Medivh getting extremely low. Beautiful spear from Sonya. Lucio able to get him healed back up before he dies there, though, from that poison damage. And Mayav's just pushing top. She's just chilling. She's like, you know, I'm just going to split push top, you know. She doesn't need to back out. We do see the rotation up here. Can they get the pick before she gets behind the walls? Question. Arthas is coming up. He does have the root. Can he get the root down in time? The root is not going to connect thanks to the flip from Mayav. Stukov is going to fall in the middle. I apologize for missing that, guys. So a pick on to the middle lane, onto the Stukov. Talent-wise, they are still about even, thankfully. So neither team too far behind. Slight level or XP advantage over to Game Freaks. Kael'thas needs to be extremely careful here. Does not want to get picked off again. They're going to need him for the next shrine. And we're going to go ahead and see this Khazra camp taken in the bottom lane for the side of Game Freaks. Up top, we're going to see Sonya working on the Shaman camp. Hopefully they can get some value off of this one. It won't just be cleaned up immediately. They can get some pressure onto that fort up top. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, it looks like we're going to see the 5-man push here from the side of Game Freaks. They're actually going to dive in. Warriors Game coming down. We see the Phoenix coming out of the APOC. Sonya's going to come in from the side. Get some decent damage. Lucy's going to break it down, but Stukov is already dead. So this is now a 4v5. Mayav going to get very low. Actually going to have to back out. Leyline going to connect on 2. And we're going to see just Wiz just doing his best to protect the team. He did take the multi-shield talent, so able to protect multiple members at once from taking any damage at all. And it ends up working out for him. They still have the XP lead. Looks like they're going to pick up 16 here before Death Knights, and that may be all they need to control this shrine. Shaman Camp did make it up to the fort. Going to start doing a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, it's going to get cleaned up fairly quickly here by the members of Game Freaks. And again, the timing from Game Freaks on these camps just a little. They understand the timing a little bit better, and for them, that's going to help them continue to push this XP lead. We see a little bit of a bush party here. They're actually all going to show besides Stukov on this cleanup here. Again, giving a lot of information away with that vision. They're going to go ahead and start the shrine here. Need to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and bait the go-in. Throw out the possibility of jumping in there and dropping some ultimates. And they're going to go ahead and start cleaning these up. Unfortunately, 16 is here, so there's not much Death Knights can do besides just give this up. They really need to be soaking all 3 lanes if possible, at least the middle and bottom lanes, because they know they are on the shrines currently. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. We're going to see Kael'thas in this bottom lane with the Arthas. Go ahead and try to soak some XP here. Meanwhile, in the middle, we're going to see the 3-man just poke as much as possible. Try to just harass them where they can and just soak some XP. This is going to be a frozen punish. Going to jump right over that wall. Assume they're going to have Rook bait it over the wall, since he is the tank. There's the bait over the wall. There goes the gate, so now we can't see the engage from the side of Game Freaks. They're going in. Worst Kid's going to come down. Not really going to catch anybody, though. Leyline's going to come out, connect with 1. Apoc's going to come down, but Stukov able to get the flare and he swipes off the peel for his team before that actually connects with anyone. So able to give a big jump of space down. And actually, Medivh is going to fall here from Sonya. 4 is going to fall. Stukov doing his best to kind of just silence and zone. Going to go ahead and take the Punisher jump just to kind of slow it down here some. Arthas going to get a root onto Grayman, but not going to have the follow-up, unfortunately. And that actually worked out fairly well for the side of Death Knights. They were able to get a kill, gave themselves a nice XP boost. They're just still down about 3/4 of a level or so. They should be able to catch that up, though, here. They're going to take this camp. Nice root onto Diablo. They're going to get the spear as well from Sonya. Gravity Lapse is not going to connect. Shove it to the wall. Flip shove combo again onto Sonya. She is taking tower shots, though. She's going to fall from tower shots here, and that's going to be a free kill over to the side of Game Freaks, and they want more blood. They're going to go in on Rook and get the kill there as well. It's going to be a 2-for-0 trade there. They're going for that. Diablo just got a little too greedy there. Unfortunately, it cost them 2 kills and some XP. They're now about a level behind. Looks like they're going to go ahead and try to pick up this camp extremely quick. Looks like we got a little UI bug with the old portal that was in that bush originally. There's the portal. I wonder if he pre-placed half. Oh, he pre-placed half and then never placed the other half. That must be what it was. You can see the Khazra in the bottom picked up while we see the Shaman up top picked up. Now both teams do have their well in the top lane, and both teams are also missing their wall. So this is going to be equal pressure no matter who gets the Punisher off of this next shrine. We're going to see the cleanup here in the bottom lane from the side of Death Knights. Going to clean up the Khazra. And honestly, if Game Freaks all shows up top, which they're going to show 4, they just showed 4 members. Honestly, I'd really love to see Death Knights just push this fort in the bottom. Like, they know they're all top, although they may end up trading. But I mean, if one way or the other, you got to do something. They are going to go in. And it looks like it will end up being a trade. Obviously, there's a little bit better siege potential from the side of Game Freaks because they have that Grey Mage, who just such great single target damage. But the forts are going to get picked up, and they're going to have to back here. Are they going to play chicken with the walls? They're going to play chicken, and you have to back here. You cannot give up that wall for free. And unfortunately, they waited too long to back. That tower got picked up and most of the wall, which means that the Punisher gets picked up for the side of Game Freaks. This is going to be extremely dangerous for Death Knights, especially with the 20 being so close for Game Freaks. If Game Freaks gets 20 before this shrine gets picked up, it definitely will be the end of the game, especially with that wall down. They have such CC potential, and they're going to be able to combo it on top of having that wall down. So Punisher jump, you get some CC on top of it, maybe APOC, and you get some kills. There's going to be a shove combo. APOC could come down, only connect with a few. Sonya trying to go in as best as possible, spinning to win. Arrow could come out, connect with 3 actually. They're trying to get the kill on the elbow, but Lucio able to break it down and get the shield on him before he falls. Mayav though gonna fall. Warden's cage is out. Gonna actually block out Sonya's way. She will fall. Diablo gonna charge back in. They're gonna get the kill on the Stukov. Leyline gonna actually connect with the Arthas. And I don't think he makes it out. He does not. So that's gonna be a 3-for-1 trade. Shaman can't push in the top lane, and the shrine is ready to go. So this is definitely going to be a shrine going over to the side of Game Freaks. They have level 20. This is an extremely scary position for the side of Death Knights. This may be game. It's going to be tough. This is going to be a tough defense. Thankfully, they can clean up this Shaman camp beforehand. So they're going to get this cleaned up. That's going to help cleaning that up. Hanzo doing a great job making sure he's safe, spotting out that cover. Kalhas actually going to go ahead and come up and just help him out here. They know they can't get the 20 in time. Alright, so we're going to see the Punisher top just about to spawn. Teams both have all members up. Looks like we're going to see the camp taken here for the side of Death Knights. Again, trying to get some little extra pressure in this lane. Try to get some more XP. The question is how they're going to handle it from there. Looks like they're going to go ahead and just have to back off because the Punisher was picked up. It is a Mortar Punisher, not the strongest Punisher in the game, but we'll still get out some decent damage on the overall. Now, they need to be very careful with this bait over because if they are not careful, this is going to get comboed and this will be the death of somebody. They need to try to bait it down. It gets baited over. A beautiful ley line onto 3. APOC going to come down on top of it. Actually going to be a double APOC. Swipes are going to come out to try to peel for the team. The Warden's cage is already out. That's going to be an insta-kill almost on the Arthas and onto the Kel'Thas. He did get Phoenix out to help zone the damage, but this is not looking good for the side of Death Knights. Punisher is going to down. John Cena leaping away. We're going to see the pull back in on the Sonya. There goes the fort. Punisher should be good to jump again in just a second. I'm assuming he's going to jump on Sonya. There's the jump on the Sonya. Diablo going to try to follow it up here. They do get the kill. John Cena in action. Lucio going to break it down just to get the shielding for his team. Rook going to come out from Stukov, but not really going to be able to do anything, honestly. Wiz is just going to go ahead and get a kill there on him. Buff those stats on the overall. That's going to be GG. Congratulations. Game number 2 going on with Game Freaks. They end up taking the 2-game series with a 2-0. Congratulations to them. as sad as I am to see my Florida team not make it through at the win, that was an awesome game. I really enjoyed casting that game. Actually, both games I really enjoyed casting, so that was awesome. Hanzo did not die, put out 65,000 damage, top hero damage in the game. Medivh was close with 45, close, right? 20,000 off. That's not too bad. No, but Medivh did work on that game. Lots of damage coming out there. Big Wiz doing work. Quick look at talents for anybody curious here on what may have been taken by either team. All right, guys, so that's going to be it. That is the games for us tonight. That's all I got. I want to thank you all for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the cast, hit that follow button up above. I'd appreciate it. Lets me know you love me. And it will also give you an alert whenever we come online. Normal stream is Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to whenever. I almost always try to get some games casted between NGS and another group that I'm starting to partner with. Hopefully they start up next week, so hopefully we'll get some games from them as well during the Tuesday, Thursday night streams. The next time you guys will find me is actually tomorrow night. I had a friend on a team who requested me to cast their game, so I'm actually going to have time to cast it. It's going to be at midnight Eastern, 12 p.m. Eastern, and that is going to be it should be a good game. That's tomorrow night, so join me back here for the cause. Show up here. If you're on the East Coast, it's Friday night. Come here, hang out, midnight game. You know you'll want to watch it. Nothing wrong with Heroes late at night. You're going to get your HGC action during the day. Then you come watch some NGS action in the afternoon. Heroes all day. So yeah, guys, come join me tomorrow night. Otherwise, I hope to see you all next Tuesday during my normal stream times. As always, you can take a look at the Twitter for updates. Down below, there's a link to that. Just click the big Twitter word. That'll take you to my Twitter. You can follow me there. You can get updates on when streams are going on and what games we'll be casting. Otherwise, if you really like me, up above there's a sub button. I'd appreciate if you subbed. If you have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free sub a month. You can use it anywhere on Twitch. I'd appreciate it if you used it here. Again, if you don't have Amazon Prime, you hunt down a family member who has Amazon Prime and be like, hey, can I borrow your login to help out some people on Twitch? And they'll be like, yeah. And then you're also going to get free games from Twitch for having the Amazon Prime linked and free loot and stuff. There's actually free loot boxes in Heroes of the Storm right now. So that's an even better reason to get your Amazon Prime linked up to Twitch. And then go ahead and use that sub on someone. I prefer if it's me, but use it somewhere. Any of us streamers appreciate it. Guys, thank you for joining me. It was been a wonderful night, as always. I'm going to go ahead and leave you out with some music. Actually, I need to, you know what I really need? I need to update my text. Thanks for, I'll update it later. Yeah, so but guys, thanks for coming. I appreciate having you all here. We'll get some nice updates to the stream on a couple little things. And yeah, hopefully we'll have some new stuff coming for those of you who subscribe. I'm working on getting our first emote for the channel. I'm working on getting that, and working on the club for subs currently as well. So big things coming here. Thank you guys for watching. I enjoyed having you as always. I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful evening and a great night. I'll see you all later.